Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome to Talent Stole, a Toonkind D&D mini campaign. We'll find out how many games this is, depending on how off the rails everybody goes. I am Hex, your wonderful DM. I'm gonna be doing my best, and I am joined by four wonderful players. Players, please introduce yourselves and who you are playing.
Hi, I'm Kraken. I've never been off the rails in my life, so don't you worry a thing.
That is a lie.
Lies and slander, motherfucker.
I'm
And who are you playing?
playing Craigory Danthew-Dovran. Wizard Warlock.
Excellent.
He's here. It's gonna be good.
He's here too.
He is such a wonderful boy, and you are such a wonderful beloved. Shit. That means it's me next, though.
Yep.
Oh, damn it. Alright,
You're up.
hi. Yeah. Hi, I'm Babble. I'm playing Ozwell Leadfeather, local Ozpin XP, because fuck you. He deserves better. But also, I'm gonna fuck him up my own way.
We love to see it, I think. Question mark.
Oh shit, I'm next.
You are.
Hello. I am Whirlwind
Yeah.
Gale, otherwise known as Gale or
Yes.
Whirlwind. Yep, hi. And I am also here, and I am going to be playing Fiyero, Warlock, and Monster Hunter.
Oh shit, it's me. Hi, I'm Vamp, and I'll be playing my magic boy, my magic man, my wishing star warlock Mersel.
Yes. And I don't know if you guys have caught on so far by listening to the introduction, but we have a whole party of warlocks.
Oh shit, I actually didn't realize.
Yeah.
Squish Central. High five,
Squishy.
everybody.
It's a warlock
Oh
party,
shit! How
everybody.
many spell slots do we have between us?
Well, Craigory is
Don't
part
worry, you have a
so.
I carry the spell slots. You good.
I have 2 whole spell slots. I don't know about the rest of you.
3 of you have 6 whole spell slots
Pretty
apiece.
sure that Ozwell, even though he's a warlock, he carries the healing at the moment.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. It's
Appreciate it.
fine. Everything is fine.
Holy shit, this is a...
I have accounted for this. Do not worry.
Okay, but the bonus is we've got charisma for fucking
Oh
days.
my god, you do. You guys are so
We do,
charismatic.
though. We can fuck our way out of shit.
No, phrasing, no.
I'm joking. I'm
We
joking. You
fuck our
know
way
it.
into this mess and we will fuck our way out.
You
Children in this
joking,
fucking
Hex.
party puts my hands over Mercel's ears.
How dare you say
He
these
pulls
things?
back Craigory from this suggestion. We can't encourage him.
I have to do that.
We cannot
Still.
encourage him.
Wait,
Do
I'm
guys,
joking, but still.
Yes,
Wait, guys, this whole party is can't mansplain. God, I forgot the whole thing.
Oh, they can't manipulate,
mansplain, male life.
Man horror it is.
Manslaughter.
Oh my god.
Oh shit, is that the fire alarm?
Oh shit. Oh
Real
no.
life is.
Oh,
Yeah, that is a
shit.
fire alarm. Oh
Vamp's dead.
no.
Vamp's fucking dead.
Vamp! Can't
Not our
believe Vamp's
Vamp!
actually dead.
I guess that was in fact
A fire alarm.
the fire alarm saying it
Pre-fire
needed
alarm.
changed.
Fire
Damn.
alarm. Softly screams that I need batteries.
Yeah.
Later down the line when we start the game.
Pauses my recording.
Yeah, same. Pausing recording.
Okay, recording. Numbers are ticking.
Yep, same here. All right. So, I guess with that in mind, I've forgotten where I left off, so we're just gonna jump in.
Whoop, whoop.
With Well, well. We have quite the bit of a problem on our hands, folks. Because it would seem, well, Miss Vava Von Vixen has gone to a sort of charity convention. Yes, we did start the recordings. A charity convention slash like event, in the Luthby Alliance, and she had informed everybody, I'm going to this event. It's here. I'll be there for about 2 weeks. Just a little bit of time to arrive, time to get ready, time to rehearse because she's doing something she assumes, and then a little bit of time to decompress and come back. So she said, it'll be about 2 weeks, but I'll keep in touch, love. And so she's gone on her trip. She did, in fact, keep in touch pretty consistently. And then the last day of the event, she had basically informed Mersel that she was going to be heading back in about 2 days. So she'd be back, back in the studio in about 2 days. And that's the last that you have heard of her, Mersel. So tell me, when does Mersel start getting worried that he hasn't heard from Miss Vava?
That she was going back in 2 days, right?
Yes. And so 2 days have come and gone, and she has not returned home.
And there's been no contact from her since those 2 days. And how spaced apart are her, how spaced
contacts
apart? Yeah.
She would speak with Vivi every day, and Vivi's currently staying with with the Chimes at the moment. Probably also asks to see other people, but she's being cared for with the Chimes family. So she calls Vivi daily.
Not.
Mersel, she may or may not call frequently. Maybe I wouldn't say every other day, but once, twice a week is when she's traveling like this.
If I might give a little note, if she calls Vivi daily, then I'm assuming that Payne knows this.
Yes.
And the day in which there is no call from Vava for Vivi, he's asking Mersel what's going on. Is she okay? Is she home? What's up?
I think
Second day, he's like, what the fuck? Do you know anything? Third day, he's more than likely just like, alright, so something's wrong.
Yeah, I think that's the case with Sal as well. If it weren't for the fact that Vava calls Vivi daily, he would have let a little more slide. This is Sal. This is the poster boy for I got waylaid on the way somewhere. So but the fact that she does call Vivi daily, I think the day without her calling Vivi, assuming it's still within those 2 days, he'll probably be she might still be on the ship or something somewhere where she can't easily send correspondence. Let's wait until the 2 days have come and gone. And honestly, he might actually look up all transportation coming to Arnquell on the date that she's specified to see if she's on the passenger list for any of them.
Okay. Well, if he does do that, roll me a quick investigation just to kind of see how easily you get that information.
God, I wish I could roll persuasion and charm people into it.
Well, I mean, would we be able to give Mersel advantage considering that Payne would more than likely be helping?
If the two of you are going together, then I will argue
Nope.
yes advantage.
Yeah.
Actually, what do you think Payne's investigation is?
Ah, fuck, I have to pull up Payne's thing now.
If it's
Okay,
better
hold on.
than 2.
Give me just a moment. Let me pull up Payne's thing, because I did actually make one for Payne a while ago. I think. I'm pretty sure I did. That's Gibbs. I don't want that one.
Don't want Gibbs' investigation.
Not much else.
We don't want Gibbs's investigation. Gibbs is Investigation is zilch.
Yup.
And in the negatives.
Yeah, there you go. I need my dice.
I don't have Pain's thing. Alright, well, I'll just use Winds
Mm-hmm.
How much is that?
and lower it a little bit. His is a +6, so I'm gonna say it's probably a 5.
Fair enough, honestly. They're
Roll
more
it,
or less
roll
the
it,
same.
roll it.
And remember the advantage.
Oh, are we both doing this?
Well, Mersel gets advantage.
Oh,
Yeah. Mersel
Good
needs
job,
advantage.
buddy.
Swear.
Holy
What the
shit.
Avre?
This is Saul's very first game in a while, and Avery is just like, oh,
Oh, the
It's
luck
a
warlock.
very-
Okay, I see.
How are you feeling about a nat 1 for first roll of the game?
Man.
technically the
Man.
first roll is a 4, but
Yeah.
They've all been fucking horrible. It's a 4, a 2, and a 1.
Yep.
I want
Wow.
to say that I want to say that Saul goes to investigate, but this is fucking Marcel. He gets pulled into a plot on the way.
Just a little mini kind
Also,
of
that's
issue.
like confidential information.
Yeah.
Who are you?
That's kind of what I was going with is so you try to get a passenger list of people leaving Luthby and coming into it would honestly be coming into Gisnep because it's not that far from y'all.
No, it's...
The bridge to the Luthby Alliance is not far from Toontown. So you ain't
Yeah,
you
and
really
this
aren't
unfortunately
allowed
makes
to
sense.
see that passenger list. Sorry. They kind of look at you funny. A couple people may recognize you, Mersel, and give you sympathetic I would if I could, but rules are rules, confidentiality, I'm sorry. If you're looking for someone and you can't get in touch with them and you know the day they're supposed to arrive,
Yeah.
the trains come in from Luthby on Wednesday and Friday. And if they aren't on those two trains, then it'll be then the next one will be on next Tuesday. And that's the best they can give you.
Yeah, I think he would honestly...
What are you, a cop?
I think he would honestly not kick up too much of a fuss, because, yeah, this is kind of not great, but it's not, it doesn't look dire yet, so I
Yeah.
think he would just, wait at the trains with Pain, probably.
Okay. Well,
I mean, unfortunately, Pain is also not Win.
Oh, boy.
He's not as well known as Win
yeah.
either. Win would more than likely have a better time of this than he would, because Pain is more so just in the shadows, doing his thing in
But
freelance.
Win is not going to know what's going on.
Oh, no, he's
No.
fucking not. That's exactly why Pain came along.
Yeah.
More than likely, during the walk there, Pain's probably just giving. He's not assuming that's what's going on, but just in case,
I think-
just having a little conversation with Mersel, just so
Yes?
if anything is going on, Win can't know about it. I don't think I need to explain why.
I don't know. I mean, the guy scratches at his cheek and grimaces, and if he finds out that we've been lying about this,
It'll be something that I will handle. You can put the blame on me, and then him and I will have that conversation.
that's worse.
But it's
You
not
realize
wrong.
that's worse, right?
I'm aware, but Marcel,
Yes. Yes, Pain.
Marcel, please, you do know what's been going on as of late. Right?
Does he know? Out of character?
I would assume so.
Did anyone tell him anything over the course of this year? Or was everyone like, he's been taking a break, let's not like drop more
Let's
on
not
him.
draw him into things. I mean, Vava would be keeping him in the loop.
Yeah, I feel like Pain would as well. I feel like Win is just forgetful as shit. He probably would have tried, but it would have come out in like little tiny bits that he can remember at the current time.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think in that case, Kane can convince Mersel. And then Cell is just like tapping his fingers together and it's just like, if this turns into what I think it's going to turn into, and me looking for Miss Vava, and it lasts longer than a few days, you should probably tell him. I don't know if even you can hide both of us going missing at once.
I can come up with something until later.
Alright.
He's not. He is unfortunately not a stranger to people he loves going
Unbelievable.
Yep.
Anyway.
So, all right.
missing.
Yep. So, time passes, and yeah, there is no sign of Vava. No word, no nothing. What?
Marcel's calling Pain and going, hey Pain, it's plot.
Of course it is.
I guess I'm going to be taking a train to her last known location.
Pain, I suggest he brings somebody.
Yeah, he would absolutely, and he'd also say to stop by the house so that he can give him some gold for the trip, just in case he needs anything.
Mm-hmm.
I look directly at Marcel's inventory, and he's just like, you really don't have to.
Okay, well, at least let me give you some shoes.
I have perfectly serviceable boots.
Do not
Can
part
they
this man
fly,
from his
though?
heels.
He kind of like pauses and he's just like,
Babble, I adore you, but I'm gonna veto this.
I
I'm
think
not
like,
actually-
okay, in the spirit of vetoing this, he's just gonna be like, tempting, but they're my heels, Pain. They're part of my design.
Guys, I'm not actually going to do that. I am just being Pain.
I know, and I'm being Cell. I have to have him argue against this. Those are his heels.
His heels, his 3-inch heels. Oh
Yeah.
god.
They're very necessary.
Mm-hmm.
They are
Alright.
very necessary.
They're important.
Well, then at least visit so that you can get a hug.
I guess so, and I guess I have to figure out to bring. I don't want to cause mass panic. It's kind of like scratching his cheek.
Well, Mersel, you did recently discover someone else who knows Win, who apparently thinks of him as dad.
Yep.
That is actually something that Pain was going to suggest. Just like, these two need to spend more time together.
And this is how
This is
you
the
propose
perfect
to do it?
opportunity.
Going and finding Mercel's mom. This is the perfect opportunity.
Bonding.
Pain is scheming. Pain is blatantly scheming. How else are we going to get Craigory to call Vava mom? Let's go.
This is awful, horrendous. Mersel drops by the fucking house, and it's that gag where like Pain puts snacks in his hand. Mersel puts it in his hammer sleeve. Pain like puts like, I don't know, like a few gold pieces in his hand. Mersel puts it in his cyberspace. Pain like pushes Craigory forward into Mercel's hands. Mersel nearly puts Craigory into his cyberspace.
What's really funny is that Pain actually was strong enough to pick up Craigory. That's one thing that I did note, is that Pain is strong.
Oh my fucking god. Is that really how we're gonna do this?
I'm rolling fucking strength.
Rat then picks up Craigory
Oh my
by the
God.
shoulders and then
Oh my fucking god.
Well, Mersel, you are now holding Craigory Danthew-Dovran, who looks a lot different from when you last saw him.
Who, it should be noted, just allowed himself to be picked up and passed along, no protests. He doesn't know what's going on.
Inventory the wizard.
Oh my fucking
Pain hands Gregory over, and Marcel just like reflexively just takes his hat and drops Gregory into it.
wait, no.
And then he just puts his hat back on his head and it's just like, so that's all?
yes, that was it.
Alright, what should I do about that? Hold on, I'm laughing too much.
Well, I think you're all set actually in that regard.
Really? I thought you were really adamant that I bring someone with me.
You have somebody with you now.
Marcel's okay.
I just handed him to you and you put him in your hammer space.
Oh, wait, what? Hold on.
roll hammer space.
Roll
Please don't
hammer
fumble.
space, Mersel. Don't fumble. Okay.
Also, please know that Pain is just deadpan while saying all of this.
I treasure him.
Marcel just fucking takes his hat off and just starts shaking it vigorously. The bottom pointed towards the ground.
Out tumbles the
Okay,
wizard.
important question. Does Craigory come out of the hat with candy stuck in his hair?
Yes.
Okay, he comes out with candy stuck in his hair. He also comes out gasping and hacking because I very quickly refreshed myself on the rules of breath holding in D&D. He can only do it for 30 seconds. I hope that was a quick conversation.
Cool.
I mean, in fairness, I think the hammer space has no oxygen thing was retcon because, we can't pull a live octopus out of our hammer space.
Mm-hmm. It's for the gag. It's fine.
It's for the gag. And Zell just stares and
Yeah,
just
here, have some food.
I mean, hi,
Craigory's just
Gregory.
on his back on the ground wheezing.
Hi, Gregory. Cells just grabs a stick and pats Gregory's shoulder with it. There.
Pain bends down, picks him up by the shoulders, and sets him on his feet, and gives him a little, dusts them off, very gentle, and says, "By the way, your father says he loves you."
Okay? I feel like there were other ways to tell me that.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you've noticed, but he's not here at the moment, so he can't.
Yes, we probably should get going before Wynn starts asking more questions.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask questions? What?
Yeah. Wait, did Payne not tell you?
No, Payne just picked me up. Craigory is pulling sticky taffy out of his antlers. It's a mess.
He shakes if he shakes his antlers, there's the jaw rattling noise and jawbreakers rain down.
I figured I would save that for you to do.
I'm. Cells just opens his mouth, shuts it, looks at Gregory. It's plot time?
Oh.
Plot time, and you're
Yeah,
going to
alright.
find your mother.
Wait, I'm gonna. Who? Find who? Who's gone?
Bye, boys. Have a wonderful time. And he's now pushing you both by the back towards where you're supposed to go.
Wait. Pain. I need more information. This. Hello?
You turn around and he's gone.
Mersel just fucking. I think Mersel just starts walking at this point. Like he's like, "Come on, I'll tell you as we walk."
Okay.
Poor
Craigory,
that.
you better fucking run after him, or he's gonna lose you. Reminder, he's like 6'11" with his heels.
Craigory has to enter like at least a light jog.
Yep.
Mersel's
Gregory sure do be getting pulled into situations.
It's fine.
Man.
That's just it at this point. And like, you know what? He's just to establish someone was he's had his new patron for a little bit now. Summertime Marcel's gotten used to getting pulled into plot. Craigory's getting a bit used to being pulled into chaos. So you know what? Here we go.
Yep.
Yeah, I think like Sel gives Craigory a rundown, and then also like goes, "You're looking nice."
Yeah, it's you know, I finally stopped hitting these things on every single door frame I've come across. So it's working out.
Nice.
Taps antler.
Excellent. All right. So, y'all, Mersel is filling Craigory in on the details of Vava was at in Luthby for an event, went quiet after the event, and has not returned. And y'all are gonna basically kind of go have a poke around. And the reason y'all aren't involving the police is because then the news gets involved.
Yep.
And then Wynn finds out, and other things find out, and it's just pandemonium. And that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Although I'll admit, even without all that, Mersel wouldn't have involved the police anyway. ACAB.
You know what? You're so valid.
What help are
Mersel.
they gonna be?
Yeah. Wow, that sure
All
is a
police
missing mom
are
you got there.
picnics.
So
Admittedly,
Mersel-
Payne would have actually gotten a little upset if the police had gotten involved. Because also ACAB.
everybody ACAB. Cool. Good to know. Excellent.
Mersel gives Craigory a rundown of all this and why they're not calling the police, and he just ends it with, "I know like a 6-year-old who's 7 now who's more effective than the entire police force combined."
Gregory is nodding in agreement.
Excellent. All right. So while you two.
We
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, we shouldn't involve the 7-year-old though. If Miss Vava doesn't kill me, Azumi would.
Fair.
Yeah, no children.
No children
Smart.
and no detectives. He's just thinking of going to Azumi with, "Hey, my mom got kidnapped," and he's just like, "I'd rather risk getting shot."
Gregory appears to think seriously about the no detective statement. He goes, It's a missing Miss Von Vixen. How long could it take? 5 hours? Yeah, we don't
Craigory.
we don't need Lynn.
Mersel slaps a hand over Craigory's mouth and he says, do not tempt it. Do not tempt fate."
You want to bait the plot because that is how you bait the plot.
Basically, yeah.
All right.
Well, Rip, we know why this took so long.
Yep. All right. So, you two.
You're welcome.
Yep. You two
God
hop
damn
on a
it,
train
Gregory.
off to the Luthby Alliance, and we are going to cut now to a city in the Luthby Alliance. A city by the name of Everstead. And now I get to pull up my notes. Yay! Everstead is on the southeastern tip of the Alliance, and it is a port town. At the moment, those are the two big things that everybody who comes into this place notices, because, literally half the town is on the harbor or on the waterfront, And everything about that town is basically associated with that port. And it does a lot of importing and exporting with Faruma. So we jump over to Everstead, where we see a certain man's having a walk around town. So, Fiyero, kindly inform me, what you doing in Everstead? 'Cause you're a monster hunter, so what brings you here?
Well, so about Fiyero and how he conducts his quote-unquote business is that there's not really a method to the madness. Essentially, when you want to hunt monsters, you travel, you find the places where people are talking, and you listen to the ghost stories.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been a bit of talk about this place. This place has come up on more than one mention in different bars that he's visited throughout his travels.
Mm-hmm.
And recently there's been mentions, I believe, of people having gone missing.
Yes.
And when there starts being collateral, that's when there starts being a problem.
You are correct. I will note the missing persons and the quote-unquote monster populace never seem to be kind of associated with one another. Like, it just happens to be every time, like, you hear these ghost stories, it's always people have gone missing. There's usually some kind of crime thing involved, whereas the monsters are just there.
They vibing. They just
So-
living their lives.
They just live in their lives. Some of them may be doing some things, but like it's generally they're not spoken of together.
Mm-hmm.
But you've been in town for how long would you say Fiyero's been in town?
Probably bopping around town for about a week, two-ish. Doesn't stay in one place very long, but he's got his ways of hiding.
That's fair. That's fair. How has he been has he just been listening to ghost stories? Has he been actually like actively asking people questions or anything like that? Or is he just kind of picking up the idle chatter?
Stories as one does, and it's really easy to get people talking in the kinds of establishments that Fiyero frequents.
Mm-hmm.
All it takes is a few well-placed drinks and a few, really, that sounds incredible, mind giving me a bit more detail?
Mm-hmm.
How did that happen? Oh, really?
Okay.
Did you know the person who was involved?
Okay. All right. So, you're kind of you're not, I would say poking around. You're just kind of listening, bringing up the, like, being a bit of a tourist a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And you're around enough that eventually when you start kind of asking these questions, some of the workers, some of the workers in some of the places you at are kind of like, so what brings you to Everstead? We've seen you around for a couple of times, like, most people are here for specific reasons. What brings you here?
I go where the wind takes me, and I like a good story. You guys seem to have a lot of them.
You a storyteller? You a bard?
Something like that, Charmin. Who knows, maybe if you're nice enough to me, I'll give you a song.
That's... the bartender that you are speaking with kind of grins. It's more he bares his teeth, but it's still a grin. And he just kind of laughs along. Nah, you need to try that with somebody else, stranger. Also, that's 5
worth
gold
a
for
shot.
Also, that's 5 gold for your tab.
Damn. Okay. And he will slide the money across the table.
All right, okay. So, You've been
Fiyoro's a
listening.
flirt, but he's not gonna,
Yeah.
push where it's not gonna work.
Yeah. Where the hell is this bit that I hid? Oh god, my notes are atrocious. You have been kind of listening around town. And you've noticed, or, well, you haven't noticed, but you've picked up, like, yeah, people tend to go missing a lot. A lot of it is a lot of the missing persons you've kind of gathered from the stories, or like from digging into it. They seem to all eventually like be ruled as this was an accident. They must have fallen in the harbor, because there's no signs of, any kind of foul play or anything like they literally just vanish. They're gone. They're there one night and then they're gone. And
Interesting.
people, there's no correlation between people. So it's not that specific people are being targeted. There's no pattern. There's just people go missing. And that's part of why it's not a more of a spectacle, a noteworthy
It's not
thing.
a panic.
Yeah, is because that's just what happens around here. People go missing. Be careful.
Don't stay out after a certain time of night.
Pretty much. Don't stay out after like, don't stay out past 3 or something like that. Because
Don't stay out to the witching hours.
Pretty much. Stay indoors during the witching hours. Some people will kind of joke, and it's very clear that they're joking when they say, because that's when the witches get you. But it is a very clear, like, yeah, that's when people tend to go missing, so just kind of stay indoors during that time. And other than that, because you've been here for about 2 weeks, you do catch, wind of the charity gala that is going on. And it's like a whole big event, and it's, come here, my map. And it's actually taking place on the border between Greenwalk and the Glass Garden.
Fancy place.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry, Great Walk. Great Walk is... Oh my gosh, I cannot stop burping. Holy crap. So Great Walk is divided into 2 sections for there's the shopping area, and then there's like the pretty walking garden area, hence the Great Walk. Anyway,
Because it's a great place to walk.
it's a great place to walk. And the Glass Garden is actually more of your like entertainment areas. There's theaters, there's cinemas, comedy clubs, etc., 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 etc. And there is a convention center, or like a cluster of areas that kind of work as a convention center between these 2 areas, and that is where this event has taken place. And there's a lot of celebrities there. It's, not just anybody can walk in. I mean, they've got big names there. But maybe if you hang around, you might be able to see them, get a good glimpse, and hey, maybe if you're lucky, they'll come mosey out. You can get an autograph or 2.
Hey, out of curiosity,
Yeah.
around this convention center, like maybe around the entrance area, would there happen to be any trees?
Unfortunately, no. I know that's sad, but like this particular area, which on the map, if you look, that little area and the area right across from it, which is Red Ridge, all of that is pretty like paved. We'll say, like there are trees, but they're like small city trees. They're not good climbing trees.
I wasn't going to suggest climbing trees, actually. Are there, trees that a bird wouldn't look out of place in?
Yes, there are a couple of them. Specifically around the convention center, there are not. It is pretty paved, but across the street, in Red Ridge, around that area, there are some trees that are planted periodically to be like part of city planning.
all I will say is that occasionally someone might look over and see a little black crow sitting in one of those trees.
Okay. All right. Okay. Excellent. All right. Good to know. Good to know. I'm thinking here. Anything else you would catch while you are doing that at the moment? One quick thing, Fiyero. Roll me a perception.
Happily. Where is my perception?
I should have had you do that from the beginning, but I forgot. It's okay.
Okay, that's not bad. It's not great. It's a 14.
Okay. So let me see here. Where's my perception notes? Because this is my life. Nope, that's persuasion.
Love you.
I did this to the me.
You did this to the you, but we love you.
I love it.
Nope. There it is. Okay. So you don't really catch that. Okay. So you do notice during all of your kind of watching and observing that true enough, the streets do tend to get pretty, they're not barren, but they do get pretty empty at around like 2 a.m. But prior to that, you notice they get really packed when the sun goes down. And for a moment,
Place
you
has
might
got a nightlife.
Yeah, it seems like it's wow. This place has a lot of nightlife for what doesn't seem to be like very much of a like. There are tourist spots, but it's not a tourist town. But this could also just be chalked up again to the gala going on. Except that you notice once the gala is over, that nightlife kind of continues. Actually. Like,
Interesting.
there's a lot of nightlife here.
All right. Well, if I may.
Yes, go ahead.
Wait, you said you were going to continue what you were saying.
I was going to say that's all I can give you with a 14. So.
Okay. So, having seen some of that and kind of while the gala is going on, Fiyero will like drop into, some of the bars he frequents, some of the places where he's made enough of a face of himself for people to know who he is and know he's just kind of the kind of person who likes to know what's going on. Know what's going on, know who's doing what. He likes to be where things are happening, or at the very least, he likes to hear from people who were where things were happening.
Yeah.
And he kind of will, part way into a conversation, maybe gossiping about some of the celebrities that are in town. He will just say, it's incredible that they can get so many of these people here. Who's hosting?
Shit. I didn't plan for that. That tells you how much I planned this part. It's fine. So they kind of they comment oh, that's I don't know specifically who, but and they give the name of like some, it's not a person, it's a company. Like they're hosting this thing, and it's a well-known company. Like, oh yeah, no, they're holding, they just like Clovehurst, Jesus, wrong one, wrong city. Everstead, yeah, I know, this is me. They were scouting for locations to hold this gala, and Everstead kind of put their hand in the ring to be one of the ones selected, and I don't know who greased what palm with what amount of money, but by God, we got selected. And normally they pick like happiest place, or they'd go somewhere like more well known. Heck, they'd go to Toontown over us, but or not Toon heck, they'd go to, like, Villestown over us, but, well, here they are. So,
Here they are.
mm-hmm.
I mean, it must be doing gangbusters for your tourism. That's a hell of a show.
I mean, yeah, we aren't used to tourists around here. It's, I mean, if you not notice, I don't think you, or I'm sure you've noticed that it's pretty much a port town. We do got shopping, but, like, it's more like, we're more of a day trip city, you know?
Mm-hmm. A stop along the way, a memorable stop, but
Yeah.
not exactly the final destination.
Exactly. So having people actually stay here, yeah, our hotels are packed. This is unheard of. I actually heard rumors that some of the places over on Red Ridge actually ran out of booze. So, that tells you how crazy
now
it's been.
That's a crime.
I know, trust me. Couple places manage because they've got friends in high places that help keep the wine
things
cellar,
flowing.
as it were, stocked. But yeah, some places just having to special order things or buy from other places, and it's causing a markup, which, I mean, I guess is good for business all over, but just, yeah, it's been chaos. I'm thrilled for the gala, but I'm gonna be happy when it's gone.
As is usually the deal with big events. And I think, like, a couple days later, you know, when the gala is over, he'd go back to that same place.
Yep.
And just be like, so did the gala get extended or something?
And the guy kind of laughs because at this point, Fiyero's been enough of a fixture this last week that he's pretty, like, you know, yeah, okay.
He's good for conversation, he tips well, and
Yep.
he always pays his tab at the end of the night.
Yep. And so he just goes, nah, the gala's pretty much ended. That's just the usual nightlife around here.
Dang, they all local?
A lot of businessmen. I mean, we do got the casino district. We do got Red Lake right over there, and you would have figured out Red Lake is basically a bunch of casinos surrounding a lake. Hence, haha, you leave in the red Lake. So
he whistles and says, "Dang, no wonder you guys have a casino district if there are that many people, you know, willing to spend some coin."
a lot of
I'll admit,
Oh, go ahead.
I never took businessmen for the gambling type, but I thought their whole thing was get as much as you can and keep as much as you can.
Well, when you're on business trips and you kind of are given a budget, sometimes you can't help but spend a little of that budget. And also, we've got the harbor right, you know, just a walk away. People will come by from the harbor and want to spend a night just kind of gambling or having a good drink at a dive bar somewhere. So, and we got a couple of really good places that a lot of those people also will frequent. I mean, we've got the Blue Rose right down the road that's, 2-3 minute walk from the Red Lake. A lot of businessmen will go there after, or they'll gamble with the express idea that they're gonna get a voucher to go to the Blue Rose for a meal.
He kind of, like, clicks his tongue and shakes his head and says, "Sounds like stuffy rich people bullshit."
Yeah, it's basically what it is.
He kind of smiles and shrugs and says, "Dang. I didn't, you know, from what you guys have told me, I didn't expect there to be that much of a nightlife here. I mean, I've been to a couple places, you know, Catcherton over in Faruma, they've got a nightlife similar, but that's their whole bread and butter."
What does that end up being for you? That's a 16. Okay. So the guy kind of nods, just, yeah, it's something you don't expect, but we got a lot of types that are more active when the sun goes down.
Can't say I blame him. Get out of the hot sun and have some fun.
Exactly. And by then work's over, so you're free to do what you want.
Make life worth living before you go back to it in the morning.
Exactly. All right. And I think at that point, I almost called you Ozwell. Brain. So, Fiyero, by this point, the gala has been over for a couple of days now, and you're still hanging into town. We are really quickly gonna jump over to our final person, and we'll get you all together right after that. Hey, Ozwell,
Hmm.
what you doing over here in Everstead? What brought you to
Uh,
Everstead?
Well, he's got his own reasons, ones that he doesn't particularly want to discuss with anybody
Mm-hmm.
outright,
Mm-hmm.
out of character, sent here by a friend of his to look for somebody a couple days ago, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And Oswald is not one to just sit and do nothing. But odds are he's also trying to just do an odd job, which case, is there a bookstore that's open this late at night? Because he's also pretty nocturnal.
Oh, there will definitely be. So in the both in the Great Walk shopping district, primarily in the shopping district, but also a couple of places in Red Ridge, there will be a couple of bookstores. Everything will kind of close around midnight-ish in that for those sort of things. Like your bars and your coffee shops will stay open a little later, but
Oh,
just
good.
like your bookstores and such will close around midnight, which is still pretty late for a bookstore, but
I mean, yeah. But that doesn't mean that he's pleased about it. He
mm-hmm.
likes reading. He likes history, even though half of these history books are fucking wrong.
Sometimes it be like that.
It do be like that, and
Historical
he's gotten used
inaccuracies
to
be
it,
a
but he's
bitch.
mad about it.
Mm-hmm.
But he probably would have tried to get a job at one of those.
Actually, like looking for work. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I
Well,
mean, people like to chat in bookstores as
yeah,
well.
you're right. You're right. Um, let me just do a quick. Let's see if you get any hits. No, you don't. Okay. So, none of the bookstores around are really looking for work. Sorry. Sorry, we got all the help we need even with this convention going on. We've got all hands on deck and we're doing fine.
Yeah.
Appreciate the offer, but this is
Well,
going to be over and it'll die down soon.
that's fine. I just thought I'd ask.
Mhm. You might have better luck going and checking around Red Lake and maybe around just Red Ridge in general. I hear usually the bars and the casinos are looking for people.
Huh, that works. I'll try one of the casinos. That sounds like fun. I don't really. Already done bartending. Why not add casino working at onto the list?
As long as you can handle that kind of that kind of crowd.
You don't know unless you try.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Well, thank you very much. I think I will be heading out.
Have a good one. Stay safe. Don't let the witches get you.
Much appreciated, hon. You stay safe too. And out he goes.
Yep. So where is Ozwell going?
Red Lake, I guess.
All right. So, around Red Lake. Boop, boop, boop. Let me just go to my notes. All
I
right.
do want to note,
Yes.
Oswell very much so goes at his own leisure.
Mm-hmm.
He's not making it a rush. He's taking his time.
Yeah.
Looks like he's just chilling.
He's just vibing. Yeah.
He's just vibing.
Yeah.
keeping his ears out, of course, but
Of course, of course. Well, you're looking for work. There's a lot of casinos kind of around there. Uh, excuse me. Cannot stop burping. I am so sorry. Several of them are not looking. Well, hell. What? Okay, so first, what time of day are you heading over there, Oswald?
night. He is not a morning person.
Fair, but is it like evening, late evening, midnight, witching hour?
Probably close to witching hour.
Okay. Well, if it's close to the witching hour, then you're gonna notice the streets starting to empty out. As people
That's
are heading home for the night. And you notice a couple of places, the casinos are naturally open 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
And as you make your way in from Great Walk, the first casino that you are kind of greeted with is a place called the Bloody Thorn.
Oh. That's, he's looking up at it and he's just making a small mental note, not saying anything out loud.
Mm-hmm.
But he's thinking quietly to himself. That's, an interesting name for anything, really.
I fucked up. I'm not. That's wrong. It's the ruby necklace. I'm an idiot. My notes are accurate. I promise. It's called the ruby necklace. I'm
Gently
sorry.
pat you. I so gently pat you. So you said the ruby necklace?
The ruby necklace.
Again, interesting name. Although curious. And he shrugs and he moseys his way on in.
Okay. So as you walk in, it's a goddamn casino. Wow. There are lights. It's disorienting. There are sounds all around you. The carpet is garish to look at. Everything is just in shades of red and violet and gold, and it is, damn, that's a lot. That is sure a casino.
It sure is, and he's keeping his opinions to himself. He likes red, but this is a bit much.
Bit much.
A bit much. There is so much muchness here.
There's so much. But there's dealers at tables. There's various dealers at tables. There's some security walking around. You've got, your clerks for cashing in, cashing out. So there's a whole heap of things that you could potentially ask. Etc., etc.
All right.
So who you going to go talk to?
God, what is the list of things you could probably ask to do?
Well, in this instance, you could ask if they need dealers, if they need security of any kind, if they need any kind of administrative, anything like that.
Administrative? Jesus Christ.
It's something you can ask. It's not specifically that they are hiring for it. These are just positions you can ask for. Or inquire about.
I guess dealer would be one.
Asking to see if
honestly, Ozwell is just looking for a job, so honestly, he would take anything.
All right, okay.
Not to give that away, though, because that's how you get stuck with the really shitty jobs.
Yes, it is. So the clerk kind of looks at you. Like, I would say sizes you up a little bit. That's kind of the impression you get. You don't need to roll for that. And
that's fine.
Yeah. They are real kind. There's a mix of both Toon and Real working here. Really, the whole city is kind of a mix of Toon and Real, just because it's between Inkwell and Faruma. But the clerk looks you up and down and just says, Well, I don't know who. I don't know if our hiring manager specifically looking for anybody, but I'm pretty certain we don't need dealers right now. Did you just move into town, darling?
Yes, I'm quite new. Well, if there is an opening available for another position, perhaps if you need a bouncer or...
They kind of look at you, and then they kind of look at you for a minute, like kind of weighing options of like.
If you would like me to take off my jacket, then I can.
Though they're weighing does the height versus the twink balance out? I know.
He takes off his jacket.
I was gonna say I know.
Isn't Ozwell like canonically built?
Yes.
He is canonically built. He looks a lot like The Rock without his jacket on.
Yes. And that kind of, the clerk does in fact give a low whistle of,
Helpful at all for you, my dear.
Just, oh, well, now that's a surprise. That's a surprise. If you have a resume or any kind of, work details I can pass, or not work, contact details I can pass along. I can see if our head of security is looking for anybody, is looking for some people. Maybe we can get you in for a trial session.
Well, absolutely.
Oh.
Give me just a moment. And he is going to reach into his tail.
Mm-hmm.
Oop, wrong chat. That I meant the D10, but that's a 5. So
yeah, you're fine. It works.
And he pulls out a very neat folder instead of just like a resume.
Oh my god.
Like it's all jobs that he's worked and like the details for them.
This dork, I'm so delighted.
They are very well organized, including like the phone numbers and the addresses and everything like that. And like,
God.
Your Honor, we love him.
All right. Well, the clerk will take that and just, I'll make sure that he sees this. Thank you, darling.
You are very welcome, my dear. Is there anywhere that you want me to wait, or do you just want me to?
We'll be in touch.
Alrighty. Oh, you have a wonderful evening.
You do as well, darling. Stay safe.
You too, hon.
Don't let the witches get you.
He just quietly smiles as he gives a little polite giggle and walks out.
All right.
That is a little odd that they keep saying that.
Isn't it?
He makes note of that, and he might actually, when one's open again, go and look that up. Because why?
Just fair. That's fair. I will say if you try other casinos, none of them are really looking for anything. Some of them even basically say if you aren't here to gamble, get the hell out.
Fair enough. I think after that one, he was just like, all right, well, my brain is done for the night.
I have done my...
That is so much.
I have attempted a job hunt. The end.
Attempted a job hunt. My head hurts from all the red. Fun little fact. Ozwell has a little bit of trouble actually seeing red.
Oh my god.
I gave him my slight color blindness.
Oh, honey,
which makes
you're gonna hate the rest of
a
this
lot more
game.
muted and hard to tell apart.
Yep, you're gonna hate the rest of this game. All right. So, God. All right. So, here's a fun little bit. As Fiyero, as you are making your way back to wherever you are staying,
Child, I know you want some fuck. Stop
and you, as you're heading back, You happen to cross paths with somebody. A very tall somebody. Hey, Ozwell, did you put your coat back on?
He more than likely has it draped. Because
Okay.
it's a nice night, and he's... What time of year is this?
It's probably late fall.
Late fall?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he wears a lot of layers, so he's got fur. Eh.
All right. So, Fiyero, you see a very tall man. He's a very tall, muscular man. He's got a big, fluffy tail. He's kind of cute.
Yep. Sorry, I'm giggling at this. He comes across this man and just has to do a bit of a double take because damn. And you know what? I think he will let me roll a d2 to see if this happens. Okay, this happens. He will walk up to this stranger, this very tall, very muscular, very pretty man, and say, I apologize if this is forward, but you are one of the most gorgeous men I have ever seen in my life. Here is 5 gold. Have a lovely evening.
What?
And then he will just walk off.
Now hold on just a moment. Such a lovely gentleman like you couldn't possibly be quite that forward and just walk away.
Well, I don't want to proposition you or anything. I just figured I might as well appreciate a fine work of art.
Well, wouldn't you let me do the same? It'd be a crime to let a man like you walk away.
Well, aren't you a flatterer? And he will hold a hand out to shake. Fiyero Fiacre, pleased to meet you.
Well, Leadfeather, wonderful to meet you. Might I say, you have beautifully vibrant red eyes.
Why, thank you. And he smiles and says, you know, your hair looks just like starlight.
He's giving me nothing for that. God damn it. Well, much appreciated. God, he's pleased. You're breaking my brain.
Oh my god. If you would like, I can save you.
Vamp, please. Vamp, please. Please, our dream can only take so long. Oh my god. Fiyero will just kind of give, you know, the playful half bow in response and just kind of set his hand on his hip and ask, so, I haven't seen you around, and I've been around for a couple weeks. Are you new in town? Planning on staying?
I am, yes. I've recently been looking for a job today. However, I wouldn't mind some company as I make a stroll around, if you wouldn't mind.
I wouldn't mind at all. Given what I've heard, something about witches and all that. I guess it might be better to travel with company.
It would seem so, and having somebody around that actually knows where they're going. If you want to take me outside.
Well, I'm used to viewing the city from a bit of a different perspective, but I can give you my best estimation of a tour. And he will, do the gentlemanly thing and offer an arm.
Which arm, if I might ask?
Is there a preference?
He does have his cane in his right hand.
I am directionally challenged.
You would offer the right arm then.
Yeah. That.
The one.
He will adjust his hat so that his veil doesn't get in the way and offer his right arm.
Right. And he is going to take it. Despite the strength on this man, it is a very gentle grip, though.
Aww.
Fiyero will kind of smile and say, "Wow, aren't you a soft touch?"
Only- I could be rougher if I so desired, though.
I wouldn't be opposed.
Perhaps another time.
Perhaps. Shall we?
Lead the way.
And he will do just that. I
Perfect.
apologize
Nope, that is
to
a
everyone.
We are all suffering. But it's great.
These two are terrible.
They are,
They
and
are.
I'm delighted. So as you two now have a yeah, exactly. So now as you two are getting to know each other, observing the city, all of that good stuff, a train arrives. Mersel, Craigory. Don't worry, we'll get this party together, I promise. On God, I will get this party together. But, Mersel, Craigory, the train arrives, and you two are, let's see here, it pulls into, basically what would be Trade Town, which is the business district. Excuse me, into the northern end of the city, and then it keeps, and it would go a bit, like, a little bit in, but still on the northern end of the city, and that is where you disembark. So, first, as you two step off, have you done any research or looking into the city on your way here?
I feel like Sel would have, just because he travels a lot.
Okay.
Do I have
Gregory
to
would have
roll
tried.
anything
He
for
doesn't
this?
necessarily know, like, how best to do that.
Fair. Roll me a history, then.
Oh boy.
Fun.
I just quit the character sheet. Come on now.
Oh no!
Let's see. Okay, he's
Well,
not bad.
That's actually
Have an
pretty
8.
good. Aw, Craigory. Everstead sure do be a city that you've heard of. Yeah,
I
it's,
mean, that
usually when
makes
he's doing research,
though.
it's like magic-y stuff and there's big old books on it. There isn't like a dedicated Everstead book. It's just a place.
it sure is the most place, like, which is, I guess, in itself a good thing, like, both a good and a bad thing, honestly, like, nothing of note has happened here. It's a shipping town. Mersel, you managed to kind of gather up, yeah, it's district, it's business, there's not a lot of tourism here, has a lot of shopping for, like, day trips, but it's never a vacation spot. And with a 15, you do know, and you've pulled up, like, you've managed to dig up some information about how yeah, there are we'll call it a nightlife. There's a lot of nightlife going on here. And you'll notice in your kind of as you were looking into and researching this, nightlife is always in quotations. As if,
Not a
yeah,
good.
yeah. It's the nightlife, quote unquote. They're saying something without saying it for some reason.
I think like whatever like I don't know how Mersel is getting that information, but he probably relays it to Craigory, just blinking like, what is there to do at night? Like it can't be criminal activity. I feel like if it's this,
No, they wouldn't advertise criminal activity.
Yeah. You would
what
also
could possibly? But what else could it be? Like what would they not want to outright say that happens at nighttime?
Probably a few things.
Who lives in Halloween Town?
Yeah.
Everything happens at night in Halloween Town.
Yeah,
Some
exactly.
people are just like that, man.
It's just like, well, not everyone is diurnal for one thing.
Fair enough. I mean, if it really is just that, I don't see a reason to put it in quotations. I guess we won't know until we get here.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just have to find out.
Indeed, indeed. So as you two step off, now the fun part. I'll make some perceptions.
Oh god, don't do this to him.
Yay.
I'm sorry. I know both of you.
From everyone?
He has his eyes closed. Don't do this to him.
He does have his eyes closed, and no, just from Craigory and Mersel. All right. So, you're in the business district currently of
Yes.
Everstead, which has it's a lot of office buildings, a lot of banks, but you also notice there's like an open market kind of area here, like a fish market kind of set up because it's close to the harbor where they can immediately like offload catches for immediate sale.
No.
Couple of street vendors set up near some of the businesses. The other thing is there's several hotels around here, and a lot of them look kind of high class.
Would Vava have mentioned what hotel she was staying at?
She just might have, yes. Let me just really quickly see if she would have. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, I'm not gonna make you... I'm gonna go off of your previous history. I know that's for things about the town, but I'm gonna say that 15 will jog your memory. She didn't specifically say, oh, I'm staying at this hotel. She kind of casually mentions, like, oh, the hotels here are actually very high class. The Ebonwood especially is... I mean, you want to talk about fanfare. They have put out all of the stops. And so the Ebonwood Hotel is where Vava has mentioned that she is staying, or that she was staying, I should say.
Yeah. I think Son relays this to Craigory, and then he kind of just sighs and rubs his face and just like, sometimes I do wish that I actually look at like Miss Vava. Would certainly make asking after her easier.
I mean, hey, listen. Turn on a bit of charm. It's fine. The good news is she's also pretty distinctive. Like, people have seen her, they'll remember.
I guess you're right.
Mm-hmm. So, are you two headed there, or where are you gonna head first?
I think Cell's just like before we investigate, we should probably look into an inn of our own just in case this runs for longer than we expect.
Hey, there we go. Hey.
This boy knows.
He
This boy
knows.
knows.
He knows. He knows. Well, you thankfully don't even need to roll investigation. This place is actually pretty easily navigable. Like, it's, I don't want to say it's like sectioned off neatly, but it is like, this area is clearly where, like, oh, these hotels are kind of expensive. Oh, this is more of like the, and this is where like and it's like right next to all of the big boutiques. Whereas, oh, this is closer in towards the market, so these hotels are a little more our price range. So you are able to find a hotel that has vacancies, which with the gala still, like, it's over now, but a couple of hotels are still pretty damn full. But you do find one, and it's called the Vamp.
Anyway, continue.
Anyway, it's called the Gilded Oak. And it is
Yeah.
it's still a very nice hotel. If you go to check in, they, you know, they ask if you are well, they inform you that, you know, they have a breakfast, like they have a continental breakfast included, you know. Room service will deliver food to your room, which for a hotel that's not necessarily a high class is like, oh hell yeah, they've got full room service. That's awesome. They have a pool, they have a hot tub that you can use at your leisure, but they do close at around 2 in the morning. And so you are able to find both 1 and 2 bedrooms there. Just depends on if you two want to cuddle.
I mean, does the one bedroom have twin beds? Because most hotels do have that option. I meant 1 bed or 2 bed, not 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom. I am. Oh, okay. Obviously 2 beds.
Yeah. Sorry, my brain is just like. Yeah, they have 1 bed or 2 bed, and so depending on if you two want to cuddle or not, you can. But okay, so you get a room. Hey, Ozwell, Fiyero, are one of you staying in a hotel?
Oswell's not.
Mm-hmm.
I will say Fiyero is also not.
Incredible. We love it. Perfect.
I think I mentioned before that Oswell is currently just kind of chilling in whatever alleyway he can find that's got less people
honey.
that'll see him.
That, Ooh, okay. Okay, all right. Don't worry about that.
Oh, great.
Don't worry about that. It's fine.
I don't think that is.
I need to add a thing to my notes now.
Yeah. I'm gonna take
that someone to be
job.
Damn bitches
need
who look like this.
If we need someone to be staying in a hotel,
no,
to like get the party together,
it would be serendipitous if that were the case. But also, we do have a Warlock of the Wishing Star.
Yeah.
And a Warlock of Chaos. You're gonna encounter each other. It's just a matter of setting the scene up. So
Somewhere up above, Wishing Star is hearing Craigory go, oh, I bet it'll only take like 5 hours. And she says, oh, that's cute.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, I do hand you something. He's probably been looking for one. There's just not been any vacancies for the past few days.
That I will accept. That is fair. That doesn't change my notes, sadly. But that is a fair point.
He came here because that's where he was directed, saw that there's no vacancies. It's just like, well, shit, I guess I'll find an alleyway.
Yep, that's fair. So, Mersel, Craigory, y'all get checked in, or are checking in, and, what? It's probably The train probably arrived in the late afternoon. So the sun is starting to set. And as you two are checking in, I know I had you do it once. Roll me some perceptions again. I'm doing this.
Honey.
I'm so
Dice,
sorry,
dice,
Vamp.
dice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another
You want a
9.
9 or a 9? All right, okay.
At least you're
Good
consistent.
news. Good news. 17.
Hey, okay. So, Craigory, as you guys are checking in, you're looking around at the people, and you finally beat the DC. Hey.
Oh.
You're looking around. The sun is starting to set, and you notice, it's pretty, like, not dead, but there's not a lot of activity going on right now. You do notice a couple of the workers in the hotel, and it's very difficult to notice because they're not advertising it, but you especially catch it on your clerk, who usually, like, when she smiles at you, it's a soft smile. It's like a quiet, pleasant, customer service smile. But you catch it. She's got fangs, which is not alarming in and of itself because you live in Halloween Town. Vampires
Yeah, this
are...
is just kind of like every day for Halloween Town.
Yeah, so this is nothing out of the ordinary. Except you notice then, oh, the other clerk also has fangs. Huh. That's interesting. Oh, hey! That bellhop has fangs. Huh. 3 vampires in one hotel. That's kind of wild.
Craigory's just beginning to mentally accept it's like, yeah, okay, so like maybe a coven runs this place. All right.
Yeah. That's literally, like, there's nothing alarming. It's just, oh, hey, there's a fair bit of vampires here. Okay, cool.
Yeah, like
This is the worst
looks
person
at-
to notice this because his alarm is 0.
It's fine. They're not doing anything alarming. They're working. Like,
honestly, even
No.
if Cell had noticed this, like he would just be like, "Oh, okay," like shrug emoji.
Yeah, just,
like,
oh,
because they're
vampires, yeah.
doesn't inherently mean like
Yeah.
there's anything good.
Yeah.
They're
So
living their lives.
yeah, they're living their damn lives. It's just, oh, there's a lot of vampires here. Okay, cool. So you two get checked
Craiger
in.
didn't think there was a significant population like this outside of Halloween Town. All right.
Yeah. It's interesting that they're kind of this active during the day, but the sun is setting, so who knows? Maybe maybe they get off work at nightfall so they can actually be out and enjoy it. Who knows?
Oh, maybe that's the nightlife.
Yeah.
Yeah, Craiger having that moment of like, oh.
he's
it's a joke.
connected
I
the
think
dots.
I found the nightlife.
Yeah.
He doesn't say that out loud, but he'll let Mersel know when they're in the rooms.
Yeah.
Craigery Flies.
Vampire party time.
That's why.
They deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Craigery Flies. It's not a nightlife, it's a night death.
Yeah.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Bah.
Jokes.
But yeah, that's basically that's, you guys have managed to put together, oh, that's probably the nightlife. They don't want to say vampires because they don't want to put people off from, like, coming here, because
We're not
there
here
is-
to like,
yeah.
ruin any
Yeah.
businesses if it's not a well-known thing.
Yeah. And so they just say it's the nightlife, and that keeps people from being, 1, afraid to come here because there's kind of some stigma going with vampires, and 2, keeps any, like, unwanted, like, oh god, that's a vampire hunter, we don't want that from coming in just because fucking vampires, man. So generally that's what you got. You guys have checked into your room. It sure do be a pretty nice hotel room. You got a little kitchenette, you got 2 beds. What do you plan to do?
I think like Cell honestly Cell probably doesn't have have any luggage, he probably already has stuff packed away in his cyberspace.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Which
think
fair.
I think he just takes a moment to look at the room, grab the keys. It's just like we should probably check with the hotel that Viva is staying in.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent. All right.
Not gonna lie, I'm gonna be curious to see if it's like just this one that's vampire run, or if this is like a common theme here.
I'm just curious. There are so many vampires.
Hee-hoo. All right. So, as you two... God,
Yeah.
I'm dying.
Are you okay?
No, I'm dying.
Doing the Lord's work.
You are doing God's work here, my friend. God damn it.
I killed our DM.
I'm so glad. So, as you two are making your way over to this really goddamn ritzy hotel, Will has stepped away. That's all right, because really, the person that you encounter with the other guy, hey, Ozwell, here's a question for you. When you were directed here, did your friend potentially give you people to look out for? Like, hey.
Oh, fuck. Honestly, that would be a question for Whirl. I don't remember.
Dang it! Okay.
Whirl is the one with the patron.
No, it's perfectly fine. And actually, you guys are gonna make your way to the hotel, but we're gonna take a quick break because I just realized it's been 2 hours.
Fair.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's been 2 hours?
That
It's been
works.
2 hours.
Damn.
Eh.
I will say though, Oswell, upon seeing that there was a hotel that probably has vacancies, or probably hearing it,
Mm-hmm.
it was just like, oh, hey, I need to stop here for a moment.
Yeah. I'm more just, I feel like Oswald would have been given instructions on someone to look out for, who could help in this endeavor. But we'll wait for Whirl to get back, and we'll have a quickie break, and I can go get some heckin' water.
Hell yeah. I just put in an order for some food,
Oh,
so
hell yeah.
I'm excited. I'm getting tacos.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, boy, I'm fresh. Free tacos.
I should go to the
tough,
restroom really
tough,
quick. Be right back.
Yeah. Pause and recording. I'm gonna munch more snack.
Hell yeah.
Hella.
Recording. The numbers are ticking up. Excellent. All right. Quick question. So, Oswell, would your friend who asked you to come looking for somebody have given you other people to look out for who could help you on this endeavor?
I just politely look at Whirl, and I'm like, I don't know.
Oh boy. Okay. Wasn't expecting to have to pull up Retro's mindset in this. Fun.
I'm sorry.
You didn't expect this when everything we've talked about. You know what?
You know what? Fair.
I love you.
I love you too. I
I
don't
know.
have a rebuttal for that.
It's just, honestly, just a yes or no would be fine. It's fine.
God. I don't. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I said I didn't know, because I
Yeah.
know that Retro is a very cryptic
Yeah.
motherfucker. Affectionate.
You have stinky fish breath, Meshy. Go away.
She's a cryptic motherfucker, and she's also constantly playing fifth-dimensional chess.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I love her so much. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
She is constantly playing 5D chess. So she, she wouldn't have given direct names
Mm-hmm.
because one, asking for specific people when they don't know you is fucking sus as hell.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm. And Oswell's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
He would.
Oswell does not have the street smarts in this equation.
No.
She didn't train him for street smarts, so she wouldn't have given him direct names because she's not gonna let her boy get immediately fucking cased.
Mm-hmm.
But she would have given, like, vibes, suggestions, things to look out for.
Okay.
Just-
All right.
Hey, the kind of person who has these traits and this personality might be someone you could trust.
Okay.
You know, be on the lookout for people who are willing to fucking help.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So you're not immediately going, like, zeroing in and going, you.
No.
Which, good. That's, again, as you said, sus as hell.
Mm-hmm.
If you go up to someone and say, hey, my god mentioned you. I know we've never met.
God. I don't even think he realizes that Retro is a god. She's just a friend to him. Like, it's just my
Ew.
friend.
Honestly,
That's his entire mindset. This is just my friend.
honestly, in fairness, one of these people is Mersel. He would absolutely just fucking buy that once someone mentioned him.
Yeah, fair.
Versus Craigory, who hears a god mention you, just like immediately.
Who are you? Who are you? Who
So-
are you? No,
Fuck
you
off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off.
don't. Yeah. All right.
Understandable. Oh shit. Why are you 5 minutes away already? What the hell?
Oh, damn. So, with that in mind...
Well, I guess they're not closed.
Nope.
I mean, on one hand, I'm happy about that. On the other hand, damn, I didn't realize that it went to that one specifically, the one that's like right down the way.
Yeah.
All right.
Ugh, okay, one moment. Meshi, no. No, absolutely not.
But if it is at all helpful, that said though, as soon as he saw that there was a hotel or heard that there was a hotel with vacancies, he would have absolutely looked towards Fiyero and mentioned, I'm sorry, do you mind if we pop into this hotel real quick? I would like to get a room.
Not at
Okay.
all.
Had to throw my boy out. All right. So, with that in mind, you guys aren't being accosted by this random boy, but you do. It's basically as you guys are leaving the hotel. These two are entering it, and you certainly both of these two groups of people. I mean, I don't know any other way to say it. Y'all got a presence, like with your charismas, what they are. You all have a presence, and you kind of. Y'all are very tall. Yeah, honestly. Hey, Ozwell, this Toon looks almost as tall like he's eye level with you. What the fuck?
You look at him and he's eye level with you, but the vibes is giving off as the drawing I just put into the Roll Zone 1.
Oh no. Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
Oswell tries not to seem like he's taking a minute to be like, oh, that is a baby.
Mhm.
What is this child doing here?
Baby boy.
Yep.
Baby boy, baby.
Baby boy. You baby. Don't be dad right now. This is not what we need.
I think if Sal notices Oswald like looking at him, he just kind of like smiles and gives like a little wave.
I'm going to honestly roll a deception real quick to see what he's doing, because he's trying not to be that guy. Oh, your deception is a +9. All right. Good luck with that, buddy. That's a
I
nat
should note-
20.
Oh my god. I should note Fiyero is with you. Because I
Yeah.
imagine you two have been hanging out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Perfectly natural, makes his way steadily up to the counter to get a room.
Meanwhile, Fiero's kind of hanging back. Given how much he's been hanging around like different bars and just chatting with the locals, can I say like maybe he knows a couple people and greets them as they pass?
I would say yes, and also, he's in town enough to know, oh, you two just got here. You got
Yeah.
the, I mean, obviously, they're checking into a hotel. Well, they're in a hotel. But,
Fresh
like,
Face
the vibes...
tourist look.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, these two just got here.
Oh, you're new in town.
I'm new in town.
Does Fiyero like say that out loud?
Not to them, but he will like I mentioned, he's probably met a couple of the people who work here just hanging around at the bar.
Yeah.
So he will just kind of like glance over, see if one of the people he knows is on is, you know, relatively unbusy, because, you know, he's not going to drag someone away in the middle of working to gossip.
Yeah. Unfortunately, at this point, it's gearing up for dinner. So they are kind of like, it's picking up a bit, yeah.
No one looks like, you know, they could answer a quick question.
They probably could answer a question, but they aren't going to be able to like chat. Especially because like, since this is a hotel, it's one of those like, they don't really have a lot of time. I mean, there's the concierge you could talk with. They're pretty much paid to chat. Which,
Can I say,
if you're a chatty boy, you probably talk with the concierge a bit.
yeah, does it look like they have like a line waiting?
Right now, kind of, but it's mostly like, where can we go? Where can dinner? Where food?
Hungry, where food?
Hungry, where food? So they're handing out pamphlets for various restaurants around town, and directing certain people, and like you'll hear a couple people go, I've heard that there's really good fish. Oh yeah, oh yes, that would actually be over by the harbor district. Now, I mean, you do need to be actually a little bit aware of the fish smell, but they have some of the freshest fish you'll ever find, and they have great market prices on their mussels. And then, you know, someone else is going, well, we're looking for something kind of upscale fancy because it's our, you know, anniversary. So you'll definitely want to go over then to the Glass Garden. They have just absolutely some of the highest high classes there. I also recommend the Blue Rose if you're looking for something obscene, quite frankly. They've got some of the best food, and if you're looking for a special occasion, then it would be the Blue Rose. Just things like that, you know, helping people out there. It probably takes not very long. There's only like 3 people in line before you're free to talk with this man.
Yeah. Do you have a name for this person, or can I come up with one?
You are free to come up with one. I would have pulled one out of my butt otherwise, so.
Fiyero will, like, sidle up to the concierge desk and just be like, hey, Dennis!
Oh, well, hello there, darling. How you doing tonight?
I am doing fabulous. And yourself? You look good. Did you do something new with your hair?
Oh, you say that every night, and you know damn well I don't do a damn thing to it.
But it always looks so wonderful. You'll have to tell me your secret someday.
I wish I could tell you that, but that's a little bit of a trade secret.
Damn. I'll have to get in on the trade then. And he kind of does, you know, the classy smile and wink, and then kind of, you know, does the sort of point with your chin thing over his shoulder.
Yeah.
At Craigory and Mersel, like subtle enough that they're not going to notice it, and he's just like, now there's 2 folks who carry a presence. They knew.
Well, roll me I know you're friendly with him, but still roll me a persuasion.
Sure thing. Where is my...
No, you horny baby. No tacos.
Unnatural 20. That is a
Okay.
13 plus 7.
Perfect. Let's see here. Where is my...
I am very charming, apparently.
You are quite charming. Let's see here. Where are my DCs? Here we go. Oh my god, I have so many. Right, I had to make these obscene because y'all are fucking warlocks. Okay, yep, alright.
No.
Hey, come on now. Don't do that to us.
No, I'm doing that to you. Anyway, but you make it. Okay, so he kind of leans in a little conspiratorially like, oh yeah, they literally just checked in fresh off the train, I assume.
Dang.
Probably a little bit of a day trip if I had any guess. Or well, a
Probably.
weekend trip would be probably a little bit of a weekend trip if I had any guess. And he kind of winks conspiratorially back.
And
Because
he
he
kinda
does not know
smiles.
that they got a two-bed space room.
And
So yeah.
Fiyero will do, like, you know, the coy hand over the mouth, oh my,
Because
and just...
I
And he
know.
And he just smiles and says, oh, well, how lovely for them.
Right? I don't know why on earth they'd pick Everstead of all places, but I'm happy for them.
This town has its charms.
It's got some of its charms.
And he kind of smiles and I think he will like carry on the conversation a little bit with just like, you know, oh, how are things with, you know, your sister or something.
Yeah. And he'll, you know, he chatters back easily enough. Like, he gives you answers, but they're kind of vague.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
You know, they're what you could expect from, you know, friendly idle gossip.
exactly. So you don't get any kind of concrete details. You know he has a sister. You know that
Baby.
you know that she works as a waitress question mark in one of the casinos. You know that he gets off his shift at basically sundown because he has absolutely flirted and invited you out for a drink. That's about all you really know about Dennis.
Dennis the Menace. I mean, listen, Fiyero is willing to flirt if it gets information and also just for fun. And I think he genuinely would like Dennis as a person.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, you know, he is genuinely asking after, like, oh, how are you? How you
Yeah.
feeling today? You know,
And that
the weather
kinda-
treating you okay?
Yeah, and that does endear him a bit into the, I wouldn't say the hotel staff, but at least Dennis.
That's kind of his deal, is
Yeah.
he doesn't act like, you know, an investigator. He acts like, oh, hi, I'm just here and I'm chatty. I'm here and I'm talkative.
And that's, I mean, they're chatty right back. It's kind of their job to be chatty, so it makes sense. Yep. So,
One last thing, though.
yes.
He will kind of lean in a little conspiratorially again and say, hey, Dennis, hon, do you think you could put in a word for me for that nice gentleman getting a room right now? And he will kind of tilt his head towards Ozwell.
Dennis equally gives a bit of a grin. Well now, darling, what kind of word are you looking for?
Just make sure they treat him nicely. Poor dear's been out for a while.
Oh, I think that they can do that. I think they can treat him very well.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Of course.
And he will do the little blow kiss as he walks away.
And Dennis catches it. Because of course he fucking does. He's a good concierge.
Oh my god.
Yeah!
I apologize. This man is a flirt.
Hey, so Craigory, roll me perception real quick.
Oh lord.
would
I know,
love
I keep making you
to.
roll it.
Finally,
14.
something above
Hey,
the
cool,
ground.
all right.
I'll take it.
All right. That is going to be a
Computer, stop falling
14.
asleep.
Who, what, fell asleep?
My computer keeps falling
Oh.
asleep.
I see. You both, I'm gonna say you both, Fiyero was a little bit conspiratorial. But you both kind of hear the gist of that conversation enough to glean, oh, they were talking about you.
Mersel's just like, well, hopefully we won't actually be here over the weekend.
Oh, you naive boy.
Yeah, I mean,
Did the both of them
distinctive.
just not realize that they got mistaken as a couple?
I would love to say that 14's not quite enough for that.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible.
I think Sal just like, oh, actually, before we go investigating anything, he kind of like pokes Craigory. We gotta eat dinner. When was the last time
I
you
guess,
ate?
I mean. Well, see, Krager has to think about it.
Mersel just fucking hooks his arm like under, like through like Craigory's and just starts fucking dragging him to the dining hall.
I thought we were here on important. Like, do we really have time to eat? Like, you have snacks, don't you? You're full of cookies.
I am not letting you fill your stomach on cookies alone.
Fiyero will give Dennis the little "if you know" glance
Yep.
as they walk by.
Yup.
Also, think about it this way, Craigory. Like, Uncle Win would kill me. Like, Miss Vava would kill me as well when we find her.
I was about to say, Win would have a fucking conniption
Yeah.
if he found out you weren't fucking eating.
Yeah. Also,
It's not that he's not eating. It's just that there's other stuff to be doing. Like, eating doesn't have to be a designated time. He could just snack on the go.
Yeah.
Why doesn't anyone
No.
understand this?
Marcel stops walking, turns around to Craigory, puts his hands to Craigory's cheeks, and is just like, you never say that to the cook ever again. And then he resumes dragging Craigory.
Mersel, I have to ask, when you say Miss Vava when we find her, how discreet were you talking?
Like, she's probably not outright whispering, but like, unless you were actively eavesdropping, I don't think you would have heard it.
Okay. Fiyero, these two are interesting. Were you eavesdropping?
Maybe a little bit, if only because he's a shameless gossip.
Roll me perception then.
Happily. Where is my sheet? There it is. Perception. That's a 4. He hears
You
jack
don't hear
and
shit. All right, cool. We love it.
4. He hears jack and shit.
Incredible.
He just sees two people going.
He sees this happy couple going to get food.
You know, that classic scene of one has to bully the other.
God.
And he does smile at that because, oh, that's cute.
Aw, that's cute. Ozwell, do you have a room?
Hi.
He's gotten
Yay!
a room.
He
Congrats.
has a room.
You're fucking hungry.
You are no longer
Oh,
sleeping in a trash can.
He doesn't know what to do about it. He gets to the room probably, and he looks at it, and he's like, "I don't know what to do about this." I don't know that before. Stands there awkwardly for a moment, and then turns around, locks the door as he leaves, and is just like, "Okay, well, I'm going to go get food now."
Good. Because lest you forget, you are here on a mission.
Yep.
You are here on a mission.
A mission.
Or at the very least, a favor for a friend.
Yeah. You're supposed
That
to
is
find
more so
somebody.
what he is going off of, which is
Yeah.
why he's not panicking.
Yeah. That's fair. That's totally fair.
He is so fucking chill about this entirely, by the way.
God.
His entire fucking demeanor does not match the direness. And I'm sorry.
Honestly, you know what? That's
Someone to
probably
be
good.
chill.
Yeah, that's probably good for him.
He has so much chill, though. I think even once it gets dire, the only thing that's gonna come out is the gremlin.
Mm-hmm. All right. So
I love this party so much. You
I
guys have no idea.
it's great. You aren't even a party yet.
We're two halves of a party. We
You're-
need to conglomerate.
I need to get you. I'm trying to get you two together, and the dice are like, suffer.
Unfortunate. I mean, you could always literally just slap like a random event that would force them together. One of them is the Warlock of the Wishing Star.
I know, and trust me. I got a plan. A plan is forming, but I'm trying to see if I can get you there together before that bit of direness kicks in.
So
Oh boy,
so
oh
if
boy,
it helps,
boy.
Ozwell will go up to Fiyero after looking at his room and deciding I'm not doing this right now. And then lock it up. He does make it a point to lock it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Good to
go
know.
down to Fiyero and just politely ask, so, do you know of any places where we can get some food?
Well, that depends what you're in the mood for, darling.
Well, personally, I'm in the mood for you. However, I believe that you should wait until after dinner first.
Well, you have more class than some people I've met. And he will kind of grin and think for a moment and... You know, the name that keeps coming up is this Blue Rose place.
It is.
And he's gonna kind of smile, and he will reach kind of up behind his head and pull out one of his hairpins, and I need to roll hammer space.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are many hairpins.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Roll d10. I'm so used to Dice Parser. 8. Okay, yeah, that works. He gets the one he's looking for, which is one that's, like, suitably fancy. Like, he's not gonna admit this out loud, but he stole this off of a noble person a couple towns back.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like,
Beautiful.
well, and, you know, it's, like, fancy, it's made of gold, and has pearls on it, and he's like, well, if you don't mind making a stop first. I've been hearing a lot about this Blue Rose place. I think that sounds suitably swanky for a charming fellow such as yourself.
Only if you let me treat you.
Darling, you treat me with just your presence.
Well, perhaps
Aw.
another treat for the road. And he leans down and he's up in your face, but he pauses for a moment. And he asks politely, do you mind if I kiss you?
Please do.
And
Somewhere
there's
in
a
the
gentle
background,
hand on your cheek, Fiyero. And
somewhere
he
in the
gives you-
background, Mersel has probably like made the mistake of looking in their direction and fucking like just fucking flushes red and pulls his hat over his face.
Wait. I can make it better.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
When Ozwell leans in for the kiss, Fiyero will take off his own hat, and you know, like, the
Oh my
sort
god,
of
yeah.
Hide
the cheeky hide behind the hat thing.
You know what Craigory's gonna do? He's gonna fucking wolf whistle.
Yes!
Mersel fucking shakes Craigory.
Oh. I'm going to roll a deception. Give me a moment.
I'm going to roll a
Marcella's
performance.
shaking Craigory. Craigory is laughing.
That's
15.
I got an 18 on performance.
Fucking astounding.
So that performance check is basically make the kiss suitably nice and suitably dramatic, and then give a dramatic and fancy bow in the direction of Craigory with the, you know, twirl the hat on the finger, put it back on the head, flick the brim, etc.
Mersel has his face in his hands, and he's just like, I'm unadopting you right now. I'm disowning you. I'm going to ask.
No, that's not how it
Yes.
works. No.
Yes,
Nope.
that's how it works. You're no
Nuh-uh.
longer my cousin.
No. See, here's the thing. There's the fan family, but then no. This is why I like blood.
No,
Can't
don't
get rid of
see
me.
it happen. No, I
Oh.
can't. I will.
Fiyero, there's a look on Ozwell's face. I didn't know that we were putting on a show.
I'm so sorry for my cousin. We're going to go to the dining hall right now, Craigory, and he's gonna start like dragging Craigory.
This is insight to see if Oz is okay.
He's embarrassed. I will at least give you that.
Aw.
Well, Craigory, you embarrassed him.
Whoops.
But Ozwell, Ozwell
He doesn't know
liked
this
to make an
person. That
insight
doesn't
roll.
matter. It's worth it to make Mersel like this.
Would Ozwell like to roll an insight?
I will absolutely roll an insight. What is your insight, buddy? All right. Nat 20.
Holy shit.
Excellent.
How
Yeah,
many nat
okay.
20s are you gonna get, Ozwell?
The dice like him. Don't complain about it, or the dice will start bullying you again.
Yep.
That's true. That is my luck.
But Ozwell, you can kind of see, like, it is very well hidden because this man knows how to be charming and flashy and is very much a charisma person. But there is, like, his own level of sheepishness / embarrassment, and he is very genuine when he says, I'm sorry about that. I should have asked. I was running on instinct. When things fluster me, I tend to play it up to play it off, but I didn't mean to put you in the spotlight. That was genuinely nice, though.
Well, I'm not exactly one for shadow or spotlight. The apology is appreciated. But I do mean it when I give you that kiss. I will say, I'm not one for liquor. However, I could go for another. Another round before we leave?
I wouldn't mind that at all. And he kind of smiles.
And he leans down and he gives a kiss.
Fiyero kisses back, a lot less dramatic this time.
And this seems to perk him up. And there's a more gentle, genuine smile than the one that seems to have been not necessarily painted, but definitely
Practiced.
Practiced politeness versus now a more genuine one.
Can I roll sleight of hand real quick to do something?
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay, that is a 20.
Okay.
16 plus 4.
What you doing?
As he kisses Ozwell, Fiyero will take the flower that's always tucked into his hair out and tuck it behind Oswell's ear.
Aww.
Aw.
Aww.
I told you it wouldn't be long until he started wearing some red.
Damn. I gotta update my title card already. Shit.
God.
I'm
Oh,
sorry,
God.
this bird's way of flirting is giving shiny.
Yay.
Craigory, are you
Birdie.
still seeing all of this bullshit happen that you helped instigate?
I don't know. Is he?
I feel like Sal's probably like dragged him to the tiny hall at this point.
Incredible.
Mersel's currently shutting Craigory up by stuffing food in his mouth.
Fair.
Yeah, no, that's literally what's happening.
Put something in his idiot mouth so he shuts up.
Shut him up with...
Gregory opens his mouth. A tempura gets shoved in.
There you go, yeah.
Well,
Munch,
at least we
munch,
know he's
munch,
not going
munch.
hungry.
And Sales just asks Gregory's munching. He's just, before we go to the hotel, I actually thought that, well, Miss Vava was here for the gala, as you know. And it's just, this is a very sleepy little town. And Miss Vava is a very, he kind of like gestures with his hands. Famous.
Craigory, mouth still full of food, nods, repeats gesture back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like very famous and very noticeable. I'm just. Sal kind of frowns as he takes a bite out of his own food. If she did disappear because of someone, which is looking more likely, whoever it is, it either has experience or, well, they're very skilled to make someone like her disappear in a place like this.
Okay, follow-up question. Why?
Well, here actually
have
Sal does pause. Like, actually, no, you're right. If it's for her wealth and fame, wouldn't they have sent a ransom by now?
That's a good
demand
question.
for a ransom?
Yeah.
Which, I'm gonna say, you guys haven't gotten any kind of correspondence, and with Primrose running kind of help with front lines, keep Vivi and Wynn distracted, both her and Payne have not received any, like, they've gotten nothing. It's literally business as usual.
Yeah, which Sal like notes in this moment too, like when Craigory asks why, it's just like, yeah, that. So whoever it is, they're not motivated by money or not even fame. This is reminding me of the time I got kidnapped. Anyway, we should probably.
Man, you too?
Oh, you too?
Oh my god, they should not be bonding over getting kidnapped. No, this is not what Pain had intended.
What were you kidnapped over?
Sucky business deal stuff is maybe the shortest way to put that, but that's not what we're here about. We're here for Miss Von Vixen. Like, anyway, what were you kidnapped about, huh?
Gregory,
Kind
please.
of taps his fingers together. Kidnapped to be a sacrifice.
Thanks, all right.
Yep. Didn't work. I'm still here. Anyway, kind of like taps his chin. We probably should hit the hotel Miss Vava was staying in first before it closes. After you eat dinner, he looks pointedly at Craigory's dish. And if the hotel doesn't keep
Marcel just been piling his plate.
Yes.
yes. And if the hotel doesn't give us any leads, we could probably go to where the gala was hosted. Perhaps someone there would have an idea. And if nothing else works, we probably could just wander around town. I'm sure it will catch up to us at some point. And he fiddles with his back as he says that.
Just
If
a
not,
heads
we'll
up,
just-
Vamp. Your mic is shuffling a lot.
Oh, sorry. Is this better?
Think so?
I think so.
Just letting you know.
I don't have a
see.
mic.
It's as
so
solid
that
a plan
might
as
just
any.
be- Yeah. I don't have a mic, so that might just be because I moved my laptop.
Okay.
Yep, that's probably it. I'm actually going to be. Craig is going to roll a sleight of hand.
Oh boy, what are you doing?
Boy.
Well, let's roll and then find out. Okay. A 17 sleight of hand is pretty nice.
Yes?
What he is doing is Mersel has just been relentlessly putting food on his plate. This is like a lot of food. Like, Craigory's not going to be able to eat all this in a reasonable time, so he's slipping food into hammer space for later. Like, he's eating things, but he's not clearing his plate, as Mersel would intend.
Fucking
You're so
astounding.
fucking lucky. You're
Mersel
so
doesn't know
lucky
the
he's
shit.
distracted. You're so lucky he's distracted by thinking.
Wow,
Absolutely
Craigory sure is
astounding.
talking a lot for someone who's managing to clear his plate pretty well.
Yeah, it's fine. Marcel's seemed like weirder. But yeah.
See, and now it's snacks for later.
Yeah. But yeah, I think like he's just like, so are you okay with that? Going to the hotel first and then checking out the spot where the Kala was held?
What?
That was background noise.
Her noise distracting for a
Those
moment.
background noise.
Craigory's gonna nod and stand up because guess what? His plate is empty.
Alright.
If anything, he's actually gonna be like, come on, hurry up, finish eating then.
Saul raises an eyebrow.
Burning daylight.
Saul
Wow.
raises an eyebrow, but finishes his own plate off, and then he gets they're going.
All
And
right.
goddamn, this party is still not getting together.
They are not, and I have a plan. It needs to wait.
We
till
almost got there.
You almost got there, but it needs to wait till nightfall is the problem.
Oh boy.
Well, we are continuing to burn daylight, so
Are burning
tick
daylight.
tock. You control how fast the time goes. You
Yes,
control how fast lobsters die.
I do, in fact, control the rate at which lobsters die. Fun fact, actually.
Okay, so who's eating lobster?
Craigory, didn't you see? He cleaned his plate.
Did he put a whole ass lobster into his fucking hammer face?
Yeah, he has now. I'm putting that in notes.
The lobster? Is it a steamed lobster or a live lobster?
It's steamed.
I assume steamed. It was put on his plate to be eaten.
Yeah.
He wasn't just going to burning hands it into edibility.
Oh my god.
Okay, but that would be really...
Oh my god.
Okay, consider I have cute to go with this.
Okay.
When Ozwell and Fiyero get there, Ozwell has a lobster as well, but also he's absolutely sharing it with Fiyero,
Absolutely incredible. Thank you.
Amazing.
feeding him even if he lets him.
Beautiful.
Aw, precious.
Here's my quick question. So, Craigory and Mersel are heading out towards the hotel. Just so I can plan for this, where would Fiyero and Ozwell go once they're done eating? Would y'all kind of head back to like the Red Ridge Glass Garden area? Would you go walking around in the Garden District? Would you go to the harbor? Where would you two end up going after food? Just, you know.
Fiero's instinct would be to go to the garden area, because that seems like a nicer place to go than the area that reeks of fish.
Fair. I mean, it's right
Yeah,
next to the harbor,
might
but like,
fish.
it does reek a little bit of fish. It is right next to the harbor.
But honestly, Oswald's gonna let Fiyero lead because Fiero's been here a lot longer than he has, so he knows all the good places to take a man out for a
Okay.
good time.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. All right. So, as Craigory and Mersel, so just keep that in your back pocket for a minute. As Craigory and Mersel head to the hotel, the sun has set, and I'm going off of this initial perception you rolled way back when, because I don't want to make you roll it again.
Oh.
9?
Well, for Craigory, unless you want to re-roll Mersel, now that Craigory has kind of filled you in.
I'm not gonna reroll. I feel like I'm pushing my luck.
All right, that's fair. Well then, Craigory, at least, you notice the sun has set. The streets are pretty busy. There's a lot of people out. Like, wow, this place does really, in fact, like, yeah, there's the quote-unquote nightlife, but this place does kind of have a bit of a bump in nightlife. And as you're walking to the hotel, some of the, like, restaurants and things you notice, a lot of their hours posted are, like, until midnight, 1 a.m. Like, they're late. So this place does kind of have, like, a really late, like, it has a nightlife. Holy shit. But
Everyone's got a real late bedtime.
Everyone works second and third shift here, it seems. And the other thing you notice, because you noted it first and now you're kind of like, I wonder, you do catch there's a couple more, like, it's not an alarming amount. It's not like, oh my god, there are so many fucking vampires in this city. But you are going, wow, that is more vampires than I would expect in this city. Than I would expect to find in a city like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's also worth noting they're all real kind.
Fair enough. Like, this is the Alliance. It's far more evenly mixed here with proximity and direct connection to Furuma.
Yep.
But still, it is kind of a thing. Because, like, general population getting mixed, but all the vampires are real kind.
All of them are real kind.
That is notable.
Mm-hmm. And it's one of those, it wasn't worth note in the hotel, because, you know, a couple of them, there's probably, like, a coven of real kind that run this hotel. That's normal. But this is out in the streets, and it's hard to believe that the entire coven is just kind of, like, meandering in the streets. No, this is a lot. Like, it's not half of the population.
There's a few, then.
Yeah. It's not half
Craigory's
the population,
trying to
but it's
remember, like, how big the Halloween Town one is.
Mm-hmm.
He's now realizing he isn't even sure if there's more than one. There's definitely at least one.
There is a coven, because Rose specifically has requested that you not donate blood to his coven.
Yeah. Craigory's just taken that to mean all vampires there.
Yeah. It's obviously, with RJ not here, I'm spitballing, but it's enough to be sustained on the donations from the populace. So they don't need to, you know. So it's not like half of the town is vampires. It's probably like a small portion of them. And this, like, percentage-wise, seems about
Craigory's
similar.
like running mild population calculations, like, just half-assing population calculations, like, is this actually sustainable? Or, like, is this just the section of town we're in? Is this just the vampire district? Do I have skewed data?
Honey, no, this is not the vampire district.
I will hand you that.
I'm still figuring that out.
I'm assuming that, like all towns, Halloween Town does have the number of posted residents on the sign. Probably. But
they
don't, like, give the demographics, though.
No. But, like, running the calculations of what you have observed in town and with what you are observing here, it's probably a pretty similar percentage. Like, that you're seeing right now in what basically amounts to the business district. So, yeah, okay. And as you two head into the Ebonwood Hotel, I need to pull up the notes on this area. Here we go. You notice a couple of things immediately without even having to roll perception. one, big, tall, very tall. Like, skyscrapers aren't a very common thing in Inkwell on the whole. The time period we are in, like, Happiest Place would have some, Toontown may have some. But tall buildings are kind of a rare thing. Around here, oh wow, that's kind of tall. That's like 15-ish stories. That's tall.
Craigory's actually brightening up at this because that is a very, very distinct landmark.
Yeah.
Goody.
There's a couple of other really tall hotels around in this area. They all are giving off that air of rich. And you notice, like, as you approach, it's not just tall, hotel big. It takes up, like, a fair chunk of this city block. And it's got, like, carved statues out in front. It's got big columns. It's got, like, the fancy, like, what's it called? Frosting on the doors that, like, have, you know, really fancy E and W for Ebonwood on the doors. There's a bellhop specifically to hold the door open for you. And that's just on the outside.
Mersel kind of just goes, alright, do you have any fancy clothes with you?
Do I have any fancy clothes with me? Who do you think you're talking to?
Well, do you?
He does.
Okay.
The great news is that because Mersel's like background is like functionally noble, yeah, he does get fine clothing as part of like his inventory.
Yeah.
Is it strictly necessarily 100% appropriate to what's going on here? Maybe not.
It's more
Is
of
it fancy? Yes.
it's definitely like Sel's definitely just like we'd probably get better luck getting the information if he makes a bit of a face here. Look like the kind of crowd that they're interested in catering to.
Craigory looks to himself. I mean, it's not bad, but
Honestly, Sel doesn't even put the fancy clothes on. He just looks at it, like remembers what it looks like, and when you next look at him, he casts the sky Sel.
He's like, I'm not even wearing this shit.
Marcel's just like, I'm not changing in the middle of an adventure. That's just asking me to get caught, like in a fight outside of my usual clothes.
I mean, good for you, but there's something to be said for a real thing.
Oh, definitely.
Hold on a second then. Craigory's gonna look around for like my first thought was just like fucking Superman change phone booth. Or
I think
alleyway?
I would say alleyway because I think the era we are in, phone booths are not quite common yet.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
I say this like Vava's using a cell phone, but honestly I think she would use the hotel phone to call. So anyway, continue.
It's all a bunch of stew and soup. So she's like, okay,
Whatever's convenient.
Yeah.
I don't know. This looks guard this for a second, 2 secs. And I have found the art. I can't believe I'm getting a chance to use this, I guess.
I guess? Question mark?
Mersel has dictated fancy, and
Is it the one I think it is?
it may work. And you know what? It definitely has some Vava vibes. So you know what?
Yes!
We got this. We pulled this out.
Yes!
Oh yeah!
Fuck yeah, work it!
I think Sel like looks at Craigory and is just like, damn.
He's a
Work
pretty
it,
man.
boy.
Nice. All
in
right.
fancy clothes.
He does.
Oh, we love to see it.
Yes.
Cell's probably dressed in something like what he wore to his very first date with Toby and Prim. Like that, like simple, like coat over the shoulders
Yeah.
with constellation patterns.
Yeah. You two kind of actually match a bit, which, yeah, okay.
This is
Yeah, there's,
not
like, gold
helping
trim.
people not
Nope.
think they're a couple.
Correct. And they you guys match, and also the more important thing is, yeah, you fit in. So the bellhop does not even give you a second glance as he opens the door for you two. And I'm sorry, it's a new location. It's time for more perceptions.
Oh my god.
Hooray! Hooray!
Nope.
Nope. All right.
Ah, that's
Mersel, please, got another 14.
Incredible.
Mersel.
There's a lot to take in. This
Yeah.
is very, very definitely a place Vava would stay at.
Oh, yeah. Just you
Yeah.
wait. I'm gonna describe this for the recording, but I have a photo for you.
Oh, boy.
Because this is what the hotel is based off of. Where the hell is... Nope, that's not it. Where is the picture of it just from the up? Yeah, here we go. So... Oh, that's a big photo. Let's try a different one.
I love taco.
Ugh, what the fuck? Sorry, I'm trying to find the photo, and then I will describe what the hell is going on, with this goddamn hotel. Yeah, okay, there we go. I would like the image. Just the image, pretty please. Pretty please. Thank you. That's not a very big image. All right. So, when you walk in, the first thing you notice is if there were sunlight, you would see it streaming in from above, because there is a massive skylight in the center of this hotel with a set of double elevators that open into this massive open middle area so that you can see all of the floors as you go up. The entire center of this area... Oh, shit. I didn't mean to close that. There we go. The entire center of this area is open. And in the center on the ground floor, you can see live plants. You can actually see trees, like, that have been planted and allowed to grow in this hotel. And then they've been meticulously shaped and trimmed to form around what is needed. And there's a fountain in the center that runs just constantly. There's tables put around it for people to kind of sit and have meetings or read a paper while they get like and eat breakfast while there's, all of this just ambiance around them. And then there is a second floor above this lobby area that comes in a bit more, and you can see a bar, you can see food placed, like restaurants placed there. And then above that is where the actual, like, rooms are. And you can just see, it's like ribs going up. It's like a spine going up that you can see. And it's just floors upon floors. And to your left, in that little lobby area, you can hear the sounds of a piano being played. And there's obviously, there's a baby grand off to one side, providing ambiance for everybody. And as you walk in and see just this spectacle in front of you, you also notice then on the right-hand side, the check-in area and, like, what would be the concierge. And there are, the countertops are fancy. Everything here is fancy. You don't know what material they are made out of, but it looks expensive. And the clerks at the desk all smile at you. Craigory, it is worth noting they are all real kind. But, holy shit, this place is giving off some vibes of like, oh, this is ritzy. This is, yeah.
So it's just, I am completely unsurprised Miss Vava stayed here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is absolutely her vibe.
You should probably go talk to the concierge.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
So, we go.
Yep. So you approach.
Making their way.
Yep. You approach the man at the concierge desk. He's for you guys, he is a short man. Kind of balding at the top. He's got a bit of a receding hairline, but his hair is very neat and like well kept. He's got a little name tag. And it says R. Hastings. And he smiles he smiles politely at you both, you know, business as usual. And he just, how can I help you all?
Hello. I'm actually here at this establishment to ask after a family member of mine who was staying here.
Oh, and what is the last name?
Vixen.
Von Vixen. And he will kind of stand, one moment, I need to double check that I need to get the book from the clerks. And he'll stand up very briefly, and he goes to get presumably some book of like check-ins, and he comes back momentarily, and he's flipping through, and he goes, Von Vixen, here we go. What is your last name, sir?
Mersel Arlo Von Vixen.
And he kind of nods, and he just, no, I'm sorry, you're not on the approved guest list, so I am afraid that information I cannot provide to you.
I mean, that was what Mersel was afraid of.
Yep, sorry.
Yeah, he was afraid of that, because, again, like, Vava was not expecting him to come visit. Hell, Mersel wasn't planning on coming to visit.
Yeah.
And
Look, sir.
His attention
Graves
turns
gonna
to you.
kind of lean on like her. It's like, listen, we've come a long way for this. Like, he's worried, all right? This boy's worried about his family, all right? So, I mean, I'm family too at this point. So, look, please, we're getting worried.
Roll me persuasion.
Absolutely, and Craigory actually has a good modifier for this.
Can I also roll persuasion with the argument that Mersel's behind Craigory making the best impression of a kick puppy he can?
Aww.
You can. So if you're doing that, then you are helping, which would give Craigory advantage. If you want to persuade, then you will actually need to try persuading.
Oh, I don't need the advantage.
What did you roll?
Not 20.
Craigory is leaning on the counter and he is smiling, just this dazzling smile. The thing about putting on a new set of clothes is that it lends you a certain confidence. He got a nat 20.
Fucking incredible. What is, just for my own genuine curiosity, what the fuck is the full number, the total?
Oh yeah, 26.
Nice. Okay. Fucking astounding, you beat the DC.
He bats his eyelashes.
And so Hastings kind of looks at him and looks from Craigory, looks to Mersel, takes off his little glasses, like the little glasses on his face, and just sighs, and he says, Sir, I would love to inform you anything I could about Miss Von Vixen. But the fact of the matter is, she checked out of our establishment, and he flips back through the book, a day ago. So unfortunately, she is not here. for me to provide you a room number.
Wait, that's Sal actually blinks at that and it's just like a day ago? Because Vava said that she was gonna be back a lot earlier than that, right?
This might be me
Mhm.
messing up my timelines.
Because I
Oh
think
no,
like
it would have been. I'm sorry. That's me. That is me messing up my timelines. Hang on. Shit. Hang on. 3 days ago. I'm sorry. My
that
mistake.
yeah,
My
that makes
mistake. My brain was going. She said she'd be back in 2 days, and she's not. So it's been yeah. So okay, 3 days ago.
in that case Sal's just like yeah, that's what she said in our last correspondence.
Actually,
And
that's not. That's a day prior than she would have checked out.
oh wait, in that case, like he's just like pausing and it's just like, but she said in her correspondence that it's a day earlier than she would have checked out. That's weird. But he brightens nonetheless and gives like the concierge like the brightest smile he can muster given the circumstances, and is genuinely like, thank you so much for this anyway, even if you didn't give us even if you couldn't give us a room number, any information's better than nothing, sir.
And Hastings just
Exactly.
kind of like
Any information.
Hastings just kind of like, it's not disdainful, but he just kind of sniffs and he's just, yes, well, good luck with finding this. Good luck with whatever you are trying to find Miss Von Vixen for. And he kind of closes the little book with a definitive like.
Another question, if I can bother you, sir.
Yes, sir.
I don't suppose she was taking any visit. I don't know if you would know this. Was she taking any visitors during her stay?
No, sir, she
Anyone
was not.
stick out?
Now, if you will excuse me, I do have other guests to tend to.
Thank you.
Can Craigory roll an insight?
Yes.
Something he's not good at.
Yes, you may.
Oh boy, howdy.
Oh, Craigory, my boy, you're doing good.
Oh
You're doing
no.
good. You're doing good.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Have a 19 insight.
Holy shit. Well, I need to now. Fuck. Okay. Let's see. What is your it would help if I could find. Oh, not. Meets it,
Okay.
beats it. Okay. Meets it, beats it. All right. So,
Alright.
Who beats? Oh god.
You beats. So Craigory, the concierge has snapped his little book shut. With the definitive like, we are done conversing. And he says that, and you are very, very, very familiar with the thrall. You are,
Really?
you might even say you are obscenely familiar with their micro expressions and how they emote and how they convey certain things without seeming to convey anything at all. This man has given nothing away, but you do, just because you are so well versed with catching these kind of things, and especially this particular thing, you do catch the faintest bit of amusement, of I know something you don't amusement. And you know specifically that that is what it is, because you are so familiar with that kind of slight, just the way that the head kind of inclines.
Condescension.
The way the head inclines, the slight, ever so slight condescending tone, the slight quirk of the lip. It's, if you weren't intimately familiar with it, you would not know what this is. But because you are so familiar, you are able to pick up that is what that is.
Craigory's own smile takes on sort of knife's edge. Thank you for your help.
Of course. You two... Bleh, bleh, bleh. You two have a lovely evening now.
God. I am just...
Can... Craigory's eyeing that book in the concierge's hands, but it's very distinctly in his hands, so can't do anything about that. But just like, okay.
You do note he stands
All
up.
right.
Yep.
We'll try our luck somewhere else.
All right. Yep. And he goes, of course. Have a wonderful evening. And he stands up to return the book from where he got it.
And where did he get it from?
Yeah, there you go. So you notice, so the concierge desk is a little off to the side from the check-in counter. Like, the check-in counter is basically built into the wall. It's got a hole cut out, or like a window cut out for the people there. The concierge is actually a freestanding desk next to that, and there is a door that opens into that wall area, that little like clerk area. So he walks it in there, across there, to another door behind them. And back in there you can see is an office. And that is where he is returning the book.
Craigory is I was about to say he leans down, but no, for once the person is taller than him. Tug Mersel's sleeve and just go, oh, he's in on it. He's
Sure.
in on it. Positive. And if the concierge is in, fair to say the entire establishment is rotten. We need that room number.
He wrote it. It's written in the book, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be in the book. Book's now in there. Don't suppose you're good with either lock picking or distractions.
I'm good with lockpicking, yes. Ha! Levels in Rogue!
Yeah.
Hey!
Hey.
Oh wait, shit, my DoorDash has arrived.
Oh, snap.
Hell
Give
yeah.
me a second.
It is, okay. I should also note, it's approaching 1 o'clock. Are we good? Kraken.
Finger guns and I have energy drinks ready.
Are
for
you
tomorrow.
positive? Are you positive? I'm squinting at you.
If I was smart, I'd go to bed.
I'm squinting at you.
I don't know, like, find a good stopping point at some
Okay.
juncture.
I can do
Want to
that.
shoot for like in half an hour? Within half an hour?
Yeah, we can. Okay, we can do half an
happy
hour. Okay. Hey,
Yeah.
food. Excellent. All right. Okay.
And half an hour is good for me because I do like classes start very late tomorrow at 1:45, but I finally gotten my sleep schedule to a decent time,
Okay.
and I didn't want to like push my
Yeah.
luck too much.
Yeah. So I will say, if you guys want to do that, you are going to have to wait for basically the front desk to close. And it does not close until midnight, as with most things here. So
Guess we're lurking.
So you have some time to kill.
Nonce. Actually, let me look at something real quick. I'm just looking at his inventory. But I keep forgetting that he has the never-ending storybook in his inventory.
Oh man, yeah.
That fucker.
That fucker.
That fucker TM, the bane of all TMs.
Well, here's my suggestion is you walk and dig.
I walk and what now?
You walk and dig out that you dig out that book while you're walking it, like out of your inventory, or out of his hammer space. I mean,
I don't think he will just yet, because that book needs a very specific question to be asked,
Mm-hmm.
and he doesn't think. Wait, he can't actually just ask for the room number, but that feels like using the book for a question like that feels like you could be using it for better questions, basically. So, it's just so we either wait until the front desk closes or one of us does a distraction.
I guess that depends on how confident we are in, I guess, your lock picking abilities. No diss against you. I just genuinely don't know.
Oh, it's alright. It's a relatively new skill of mine.
Out of character, I have an idea that I
Mm.
can present to you.
Oh?
Something that might actually bring them all together.
Oh ho.
Maybe.
Excellent,
Oh.
If it is
excellent,
even
excellent.
possible to work.
Chin hands. I have an idea. I have a plan, but chin hands.
Suggestion.
We already know two people who can really be a big distraction,
Yes!
apparently.
Yes,
And,
you can.
They're near the area, aren't they?
They are in fact near the area.
But here's the thing,
Craigory's down to ask a favor.
Sel's just staring at Craigory I know I'm one to talk because I get involved in other people's stuff all the time, but are we really going to ask two strangers we've never met before to act as a distraction in a kidnapping investigation?
Oh, I have a reason that you two would want to ask. Don't worry. But for that to kind of happen, you'll have to step outside the hotel.
Okay, I think
what? Stepping outside the hotel is a good idea anyway, just for sheer brainstorming. You don't want to be
Yeah,
you don't want to
thinking
loiter
about
in
this
here.
in the
Yeah,
hotel
sheer
itself, so Craigory
brainstorming.
is making that way.
Yeah, sheer brainstorming, and in Sel's case, probably changing up his disguise to look different.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. All right. So as you two step outside and you're moseying, kind of just you're just walking, kind of aimless. You have a goal in mind, and it's time locked, so to speak. You have time to kill if you don't want to do a distraction. So you're kind of moseying, and the thing about the Ebonwood Motel is it's within a pretty short walk to the Garden District, which is a very lovely place, all things considered. It is exactly what it sounds like. There's like a park in the middle that has, I mean, just lots of it's a shaded park, so there's lots of trees. They're good for climbing. And it's right next to the harbor, so like, there's and the the housing district area. So a lot of families bring their kids kind of to that area.
Oswell is enjoying this because he loves families.
The thing is, that's usually in the daylight. It's night now, but like he'd have been around enough to like see kids in the park. But right now it is nighttime, so the park's kind of empty. And there is another section of the park that is called the Garden of Statues. And it's a lot of very, very expertly made topiaries that are painstakingly kept in condition to look, like a bunch of various sculptures. There are also statues, hilariously, of like plant life and things that have been, again, meticulously sculpted to mimic whatever plant life. It's a bit of an odd juxtaposition, but it makes like the name Garden of Statues kind of fits in a weird way. And there are a lot of little like shops and street vendors in this area, but you notice compared to like Trade Town or Great Walk, these close kind of when night falls. And as you two are as you and Craigory, Mersel, are making your way in kind of around this area, actually, all of you, all 4 of you, roll me. Would it be a Yeah, it would be a perception at this point. Roll me one more
Oh, boy.
perception.
Yay.
Hey, love that. Love
That
perception.
sticks for Mersel. I'm so sorry, boy. You gotta open your eyes.
It's literally part of his design. Come
I
on.
know.
now.
Gregory's
I
not
know.
much better. Too
Okay,
busy
okay.
scheming.
Okay. Nice. Okay, cool.
Well, thank God.
Cool.
Oswell.
Only Fiyero then can track, hey, so Craigory, you do catch, oh hey, it's the lovebirds from earlier. Oswell, you go, oh hey, it's the dude who wolf whistled at us earlier. Fiyero goes, oh hey, it's those guys. Oh hey, there's another group of people following us.
Oswell's just having a nice time.
Yep.
I'm thinking that this is the best day he's ever had, you know.
Yep. You guys casually notice each other, and then Fiyero notices, oh, we're being followed.
Question, is only Fiyero being followed, or?
They're following Fiyero and Ozwell. But you guys can kind of see each other, and it's so treat it as like you're walking down the same road, about to pass each other, and there's 2 people following behind Fiyero and Ozwell, and they are real kind.
Unfortunately, Mersel and Craigory are both too caught up in scheming.
They are, but
God.
don't worry. How stupid is Fiyero?
Oh no.
Whirl, how stupid is Fiyero gonna be?
He pauses, and he will set a hand on his lovely date's shoulder, and say, "Moment, darling. I just need to go take care of something."
Mm-hmm.
Certainly.
And he will turn around
Mm-hmm.
and look directly at the people following them.
Uh-huh.
Oswell is going to go meander and find somewhere to sit.
They're,
Mhm.
like, they didn't stop when you stopped. They're still walking. Like, but with that dirty 20 perception, I will say you kind of catch that their trajectory is shifting, whereas prior it was just like they're, moseying behind you. Now it's shifted to like, we're actually going over here.
Quick question: if they're walking, if they're gonna be walking past Fiyero and Oswald at this point, wouldn't they kind of crash into Craigory and Mersel?
They have to, it's kind of a bit, yeah. So Fiyero's kind of created a bit of a bottleneck.
He kind of will give them, his usual charming, flashy smile and then just say, "Oh, don't be shy. I don't bite. What can I help you with?"
And I actually need to roll for this. Hang on, I need to find, where's my DM screen? There it is. Okay. What is your not? Okay, cool. That's fine.
I apologize, Fiyero is fucking stupid.
No, this is incredible, and I am loving this. So, the first one, let me actually, because they'll be aiding each other. Fuck me. Okay. So the first one seems a little surprised, like kind of jumps, like, oh, and then his buddy puts a hand on his shoulder, like, no, and just says, "Bold of you to assume that we need your help."
Well, darling, you've been following for quite a while now. So either we're going in the same place and I can help you with directions or some nice conversation, or you need something.
Well, now, that's quite a bit of an assumption. That's quite an assumption to make, sir. And Mersel and Craigory can hear all of this. Craigory, you're catching on at this point. Those are vampires.
Mersel is just standing here, man.
He is. He is.
This is not good vibes, actually.
Actually, not good vibes. And I'm gonna say, Mersel, you can also. You're a wishing star warlock. You know when tone is shifting a bit.
Oh boy.
You
No one
notice
here can hear the music, but there is horror music in the background.
not even that. It's that the music has stopped. This is this situation is getting tense. So you need things. Mersel has realized, oh, the plot kind of deal. He's realizing, oh, this is important. Uh-oh.
Ozwell has continued walking and has probably found a nice spot to sit right now. He's completely oblivious.
Ozwell, my fucking beloved. Thank you.
Himbo of the
Question.
squad.
Yes.
Question. Can I roll something to, like, stealth cast a spell?
It depends on the spell because does it require both verbal and semantic?
Most of them do.
Most of them do. That's why I'm asking.
Yes, but I have an idea for how he would disguise it. Partially because of how this man's perception of his own magic works.
I would.
It's
I
not
would
like a
say-
combat spell.
I would say yes, but these guys will get to roll an Arcana to realize you are casting.
Okay. Because the specific spell is protection from evil and good.
Okay.
And, what should I roll? Should I roll, like, performance, or sleight of hand, or stealth?
You're gonna roll stealth.
Okay. Okay, that's not bad. That's an 18.
Okay. What were you gonna say, Vamp?
Question, as this is going on, can Mersel ready in action?
Yes, I will say yes because he's picked up. Oh, things have happened.
Can
That guy does not
Mersel
catch it.
ready casting a spell if this does evolve into a fight? Like, if the vampires actually, like, turn hostile and strike, can Mersel ready in action to cast a spell?
You can. Basically, it's you are waiting for one of the vampires to attack, and when they do, before they get their attack off, you will get to cast your spell. If they
Yes.
attack. If they do not
Yes.
attack, or if something else happens, like say Fiyero attacks first,
Yeah,
you would have to wait. Yeah, exactly. So yes,
the
you
whole action
can.
doesn't count.
Yeah, so yes, you can do that. Also, congrats, Fiyero. Neither vampire managed to clock that you are trying to cast a spell. So,
Really trying to cast it, more of just
well, that you
kind
are
of
casting
cast
it, I
it
should
on
say.
instinct.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of them catch the magic.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, because the way Fiyero casts is funny. Because Fiyero doesn't really realize that he has magic. So, he's a warlock, but he doesn't have any fucking clue that he's magic.
Oh, honey.
Honey.
So, he does this, like, dramatic gesturing, talking with his hands, sets one hand on his hip, and casts, protection from evil and good by saying, I mean, I'm sure it's just a coincidence, and you must forgive me for being paranoid, but I've traveled around a lot. Unfortunately, usually when I catch people following me for, what's it been now? 2 blocks? 3 blocks? Roughly that. It means that trouble's on the horizon, and I just want to be safe.
Bold of you to assume that we are following you, sir. Can't 2 gentlemen just take a walk after a hard day work?
Awfully odd track to keep.
Clearly you aren't from around here, or you'd know we'd walk it pretty periodically.
Oh, well, then you must forgive me. I didn't mean to interrupt you, gentlemen.
Of course.
Can I roll insight?
Yep, please do, because I rolled deception.
Fuck yeah, that's a nat 20!
Fuck me, alright.
That's a 22, bitch!
Well, then, the vampire, when he says, we aren't following you, you get that there's a bit of a deeper meaning there. We aren't following you.
And he does kind of.
They
cock his head.
also obviously we've walked this path many times. That is a quick cover. They might have walked this a lot, but them being out here right now is not a normal thing. Like,
And he will do, like I did before with the whole, oh, you know what? Must have been a misunderstanding. I'm sorry. And he does kind of just tilt his head and say, and again, maybe you weren't following me, but I wasn't exactly alone, was I?
Were you not?
I think you know.
Well, now, you are being awfully accusatory.
Oh, no, darling. Trust me. I would love nothing more than to believe this is just an innocent misunderstanding, and I would love to be able to part the ways as unlikely friends. Tell you what. Why don't we head over to one of the many lovely drinking establishments around here, and we can sort this out?
I'm terribly sorry, but we will have to decline. We are, after all, well, we have our own business to attend to, as you understand, and, well, you and, these fine gentlemen have been blocking our way. And they
Fine gentlemen, like,
Huh?
okay, this is out of character. Mersel's not saying it, but these two fine gentlemen have just been like, you've been wanting to pass. Like, this three have been the one bottlenecking the road.
Fiyero, there's a light brush against your hand of a tail, and Ozwell is sort of behind you, but also standing fairly straight. And I'm going to roll a deception.
Fuck,
Let me give
okay.
a quick reminder over what your deception is. It's okay, that is that. Okay.
Cool. All right. What is your... Okay, cool. All right.
Is everything all right here, gentlemen?
Oh, it's
What?
nothing, darling. It seems like we might have had a little bit of a misunderstanding. You must understand I'm a traveler. My instincts can be jumpy.
There's no harm done. After, it's just a little bit of wasted time is all.
But time is precious.
Indeed it is.
It certainly is.
If you will
Okay.
excuse us, and one of them makes
You're
like a half bow and pointedly looks at Craigory and Mersel like, gentlemen, excuse us.
Mersel kind of like raises his eyebrows and like internally he's just like, you lot have been the one bottlenecking the road this whole goddamn time.
I know.
Gregory just makes an elaborate motion like,
There's the
path is
sidewalk,
yours.
There's the
asshole.
sidewalk. Keep walking. And by God, they do keep walking. At least until you can't see them anymore. So, hey.
I will note, Craigory has 120 feet of dark vision. Are they actually gone?
It actually, I also have 120 feet of dark vision. Holds you at fucking gunpoint. Are they
Damn
actually
it.
gone?
Well, I'm sorry
Oh,
to
God.
say, if you want to see that, you gotta roll perception.
Oswald, did
I
I give
also
you that
have-
as well?
I also have dark vision.
Holy shit, Mersel!
Marcel's eyes crack. Oh, god damn
Oh,
it.
no, wait, that's
I was
Oswell.
like,
Damn
oh,
it, I'm
is it-
sorry. I thought that was
Oswald.
Mersel.
I am so tempted
I
to
was
use
like,
luck point, but I'm
do
like,
it.
am
Do
I
it, 'cause
really
we are
using
about
it
to-
for good?
We're
Okay,
about to
fine.
end, so you like, yes.
Yeah, but then like the problem is if I use it now, I'm gonna have to keep track of like I'm gonna have to remember that I used one for the next game.
I see.
Yeah,
Understandable.
which is why I'm like maybe not.
Okay. Well, sorry, Craigory. Mersel also.
There's
I'm
his crap
sorry.
roll for the game.
There it is. But Fiyero meets it, beats it, and Ozwell, you do see.
That was his deception.
Oh, that was his
Earlier.
deception. Oh.
If you want me to roll his perception, I
If,
can.
if you have dark vision, you may, because it is pretty dark.
I don't know if he does. I've been checking and I'm
Okay.
not.
It should be
Sure.
on Dungeon Master's Vault. It's right under your saving throws if you have it.
Yeah.
Saving throws. Dark vision, 0 feet. No.
Okay, so you do not. So you would not get to roll. So Fiyero then is the only one who catches, yes, these vampires do vanish around a corner. And then there's a couple of shadows that slide back around to observe you guys. They don't come closer, but they are there, and they are observing you.
Fiyero
Okay, that was really weird, right?
Fiyero will kind of hold up a hand and say, "Gentlemen, it is awfully dark out. It's getting late, and I've heard some stuff about witches around here. Why don't you two come with us, and I'll treat you guys to a quick late night snack, and we can maybe confer over what just happened."
How close is it to midnight, Hacks?
It is not quite. I mean, in terms of like the sun has set, and I would say with where it is, the sun probably set and the time of day. Oh god, you're making me do like conversions and shit.
Yeah, because like
probably set around 8. So it's probably, we'll say about 9-ish, 9:30. So it's it's midnight's still a bit off, but it's pretty easy for it to kind of creep up on you. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why Cel's kind of like looking at Craigory, and you know, like Craigory, it's just like very obvious. Cel's just like, should we? Because again, they do have something they're planning on doing, which is very time sensitive. And if they miss their little window of opportunity, they're kind of fucked.
Hey, Craigory, roll insight.
Will do.
Well,
come on,
if you don't
boy.
want to come with us, perhaps we can at least escort you back to where you were intending to go. You're appearing fairly jumpy, Fiyero. Then I'm going to trust your instincts on this.
Oh, nice. 19.
I don't think it would be good for
Yeah.
2 gentlemen like you going out on your own.
Yeah.
This late at night.
So, Craigory, you've had certain fucking experiences lately, and you've also met certain people, gestures at people like Decimal and Lynn, who, you know, are very much the hyper-vigilant asshole sorts. This guy is that without the asshole, and he is very much trying to subtly signal you, this is not a safe place to talk.
This is a rough.
Gregory notes that. It's going to take note of the time because concierge closes in 3 hours?
Ish, yes.
Yeah. That's the thing too, because like I know 3 hours doesn't seem like a lot, but like from personal experience, 3 hours is actually not that much when you're trying to get into a very specific time frame.
Oh, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. They could break in before while it's open, or they could break in after when it's closed. And quite frankly, Craigory's inclined to get at it after it's closed, which, in his mind, this now makes time for addressing what happened here, doubling back around in the
to
dead
get
of
in
night.
after it's closed? I kind of assumed that.
Well,
you would have to...
Vamp, Mersel, you claimed you knew lockpicking.
Yep.
He does. I'm just trying to figure out. Wait, the concierge closes at 12 a.m., right?
Yep.
When the concierge closes, doesn't that mean the entire hotel has shut its doors?
The hotel is still technically open because people need to be able to
Like
get in and out.
the
but you
doors
cannot-
never lock.
Yeah, but you
They can
cannot
still get
check
into the
in or
lobby, and the
out.
lobby is where the desk is.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, in that case they have a much wider like
Yeah.
window of opportunity.
yeah,
So yeah, in that
Exactly.
case like Saul would be down to like follow after them.
yeah.
There's like a bit of a silent conversation happening here, which may or may not be actually totally transparent to both of them. But Craigory seems pretty convinced and set on talking to these folk.
Mm-hmm.
Right, lead the way then.
Fabulous. There are a couple lovely establishments around here. I've been talking to a lot of people, and I'm sure I can get you something real nice, something you haven't had before. Come on, let's go. He's
Do
very
us a
much.
favor and stand in front of us, though.
I just have to send this again because for some reason this has been Mersel's like energy this entire game.
This is a baby, Your Honor.
This
It
is a
is.
child. This is
He
a
is a
child,
baby, and Ozwell is very well set on protecting these children.
Exactly. Fiyero as well is just, oh fuck, these are people much younger than us. These are fucking children, and we are being watched. This is not a safe place to be.
Yeah, yes, the two babies.
This is not a
one
safe
of-
place suddenly.
yes, two babies, one who has punched God and one who has met like 14.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
They
Fiyero
know
knows this.
something.
Fiyero knows this about neither of them.
Fair enough.
Neither does Ozwell. But
And
he's just
very much-
reading what he knows from Fiyero.
Mhm.
And he's just like, all right, well, children stand in front.
I actually
Yeah.
do wonder if either Fiyero or Oswald would notice like the sigil that Sel wears.
Can I roll religion? Maybe?
Yeah, go ahead.
Same. I would also like to do that.
Shit,
Your
20.
religion is. Oh,
yeah,
your religion is
Fiyero,
actually really
you
good.
recognize that sigil. You didn't initially because you were too distracted by everything else, but
You know,
that's the
making
sigil of the wishing fucking star.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Oswell, my
Yeah.
beloved dumbass.
I feel like
Uh.
Oswald might might feel like that's familiar, but can't quite place it.
And Fiyero is just like making the check of, okay, wishing star follower. Right, alright, okay.
Mm-hmm,
That's what we're doing today.
You wish he was just a follower. If he was just a follower, Plot wouldn't follow him like this.
Yes, but we don't know that yet.
Yeah.
Anyway, Fiyero is very much trying to subtly, corral everyone to somewhere where there is light.
Mm-hmm.
And he is keeping an eye on those shadows out of the corner of his eye.
Good to know.
Craigory will let himself be corralled. He's got good vibes off this. At the very least, the vibes aren't atrocious like they just were.
Yeah.
Yes, Vamp, accurate.
So,
He is the shortest in this party.
Oh.
He is perfectly willing to scruff one of you motherfuckers.
I mean, Oswell will also scruff if asked to. But something that I wanted to note, which I should have looked at before.
Mhm.
Oswell disappears in dim or dark light.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
No wonder he made it sleeping in the alleyways as long as he has.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So, can we move this conversation to a
Yes.
safer location?
We can.
Oh yeah, we
And
are.
I honestly am going
Oswell
to say
is borderline hurting.
it has been 30 minutes.
This feels like a good place to cap
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
The party is together. Good God.
It took an entire episode, but we fucking did it.
We did it. We got the party together.
Ah, damn, that took a while.
Yeah. Not for
Usually,
lack of
like-
trying.
Usually, like when I play Sal in games, he tends to like seek out people more often or be more like identify when it's like, oh yeah, we're probably gonna be in a party more easily. But also, his mom is kidnapped, so
Yeah, it's understandable.
His mom's really
Mhm.
famous. Come on, have you seen her?
Have you seen my mom? She's really famous.
Oh my god.
Oswald's just kind of here, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's looking for somebody.
He don't know
But,
who,
yeah.
but
Oh,
he's
oh,
yeah.
oh, lore.
He knows sort of who, but he doesn't know how to go about it. So
Yeah.
he's just kind of here trying to look for information at his own leisure.
Meanwhile, Fiyero is out here looking for trouble and has finally found it.
He's found the trouble. Everybody has found so far what they are looking for except Mersel because he hasn't found his mom, but it's fine.
I mean,
Is it fine? Is it really?
It'll be fine. Don't worry.
Hmm.
The point is, I got you motherfuckers all together. God damn it. I am so glad.
Congratulations, we
I'm
did
glad
it.
that came like naturally. It wasn't as forced as it could have been. So I'm glad for that. But I'm also just like,
Out of curiosity, what was your like last resort like plan? If that's like okay to ask.
oh, you would have been fighting vampires off because they would have tried to abduct Oswell because they noticed he was homeless in the city.
Mhm.
Oh hell.
Yeah, I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair warning, Fiyero is going to very much insist on, okay, we are using the buddy system.
And we're sleeping in the hotel tonight.
Technically, we were
Thankfully,
already
Oswald
using the buddy
intended
system.
to get a hotel when coming here. He just couldn't because
couldn't.
everyone was packed.
Exactly. But the point is, they noticed that's a homeless dude sleeping out in the alleyways. Easy target.
Easy target.
And then.
Okay.
And then. But yeah.
I love you all. I'm gonna have to go pass out.
Yeah, go to sleep.
I love you all.
I
I
love
gotta
you
eat
guys.
dinner.
Thank
you.
you. We will
Love
discuss.
you, Vamp.
Yes, love you guys. And
Bye.
goodbye to the recording. Bye.
Bye,
Happy recording.
Bye.